Goes for the goal and sinks it in.
Not easy to maintain ball control and move like these guys are moving.
I love to see teams evolve their gameplay.
I'm the one saying nope, it ain't going deep. That's it.
For that pass cross, hits down forward. Over to Pinata, who puts it in the goal. This is what we see out of our players. This is the VR Master League Orion Drift.
Welcome, everybody, to the Orion Drift EU almost grand finals. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm joined by Juicifer and Palador. Juice, we are getting ready to dive into a day of top-tier EU action. It's been a bit of a road to get here. A couple of high-octane days, high-octane weekends. Tell me about how you've been feeling.
Man, I'm telling you, we can still take a couple more pit stops if you guys want to squeeze in a few more matches, because these teams right now are playing at such a high level that, man, it's a pleasure casting them, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching the games. I cast a little bit at the start of the postseason. And Palador, it's great to have you on the desk. How are you feeling with EU? What's been impressing you the most with these teams?
Excited to be here. As always, can't miss these tournaments, even though, day, night, whatever. You got to be here to catch these exciting games. We have Hot, the #1 ranked team in the regular season there with a 14-1 record. Very stalwart, only dropping one game. Meanwhile, you have TTTEU ranked #6 with a 10-5 record. Of course, going back to those Ignition Cups, Pioneer Cups. This is the team formerly known as IVI, which dominated back the landscape back in those days. So you cannot count them out, whatever the records say. When you get to these serious tournaments, the experience level is there.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch these top-tier teams play. And for those that are just joining us and don't know what you're tuning into today, this is the postseason. This has been 11-plus weeks of regular season gameplay for these teams where they've tried to climb and beat and compete against each other to climb the regular season ladder. At the end of the regular season, we take the top 7 teams and pit them up against each other. An 8th team determined by the Challenger Cup. All of that has happened in this postseason. And we're now deep into this double elimination bracket. And I think, Juice, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a winner's bracket match that we're starting with, and then we go into a loser's bracket match?
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So winner of this one will advance to the grand finals, and then we got to get them opponent for the grand finals.
Yes, indeed. It is exciting at times. I think technically the semifinals, but I don't know. I feel like the that finals loser bracket matchup is kind of like the semifinals, right? Because the winner there goes up to compete against the winner here. So there could be a rematch. That we could see this matchup again in the finals. There's potential for it here because the team that does lose is not eliminated just yet. But that does mean that they have to play a lot of games this afternoon. So you really, Juice, we don't talk about it too much, but stamina, right? You go down into the losers bracket, it's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Minor correction. So we have this match, and then there's already one other lower bracket match that we have to get through. And then that one will play, the winner of that one will play the loser of this one in the bronze medal. So we have 2 elimination matches before we get to but we got to get to those elimination matches first. So.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I do believe we have players in lobby ready to go, lined up. So, Juice, let's pass it down to you and intro these squads.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the arena for some player introductions. Starting lineup for Hot We got Dark. We got Pebbles. We got Plutus. And we got OK Fishy, your squad for Team Hot. Big thumbs up. Looking sharp with your cat ears. Over on the other side, rocking that TTT, Staple T. We got Goblin. We got HBT. We got Dubsy. And we got Pesky representing their org. Doing a great job. I like it. Looking sharp, guys. Very acrobatic.
They're being pelted. They're being pelted by heart balls. That is, no shame.
It's Orion Drift dodgeball. It's the game within the game.
You gotta let them pose, man. Come on.
We'll go ahead and let the teams know that they are ready to go, and they are ready to go. Round one about to kick off. I am so stoked. For everyone tuning in, thank you all for stopping by. Hit the thumbs up button right now before this joust as we do dive into Orion Drift EU postseason.
And we're off and rolling. Goblin comes out fast, but that ball's going to be swatted off. Now Dark has it, bringing that to the sky, looking to advance it up. Has Pebbles up ahead. Going to hold it, though, coming in from the wing. And now fires it. Pebbles resets it back to Fishy.
Fishy going to try and run with this up through the midfield. Going to dive in for an attack on the Hot squad. A nice pass to Dark. They're trying to draw out this defense from the midfield, but they can't. Look at how disciplined this back line is on TTT. They're not diving, overextending. They're staying in the back. They're making sure they can defend what is an onslaught on the front line, and a nice defensive hold. Fishy keeps it there. Is the clear going to come in? Yes, it is, to the corner.
And Onslaught is right. Will it buy them a goal on another attempt? There's Dark. Being lit up by the defense pouncing on him. For these two teams, still in a stalemate now, you go back to the regular season, they had a September 21st match, 13-9 victory to TTT. But on the October 17th, there was a 14-8 victory to Hot, so 1-1 on the season series, just to give you a little history here.
And that ball's loose in the corner. Pebbles tries to swing at it. It's going to go over to Plutus. Number 99 trying to feed it back over to Pebbles, but Dubs is there, causing a ruckus. Now HBT battling hard with Fishy. And Pebbles is going to work that up the sidewalk. Now working it into TTT zone. Gets tackled out. Plutus has that ball pop up. He's going to get it and try to swing around. And it's now going to be picked up by Goblin, who passes it across to his homies.
Ooh, that was almost a missed pass. Dark tried to capitalize on a big intercept there. But slowing down here on the TTT side as they try and get control of the momentum. The push in from Goblin. 1 dodge, 2 dodge, shot to the corner. Pocketed underneath OK Fishy. The first point of EU day 3 has begun.
1 dodge, 2 dodge. Love to see it. All the moves in the books. Now Pebbles with a look from the top, carving around, surveying, scanning the situation. Has players, teammates lined up on either side of the goal, evading the defense there from Dubs. Pebbles all by himself. Oh, but picked off and sent through the air there, the defense. Paving the way for at least 1 stoppage, but Dark gets the ball way in the back line of the reset. Will send it up to the front to Fishy. Another attempt will not result in a goal as Pesky goes on offense now.
Pesky working it down, loses the handle a little bit. There's Plutus picking that ball up. He's going to take it wide to the sidewalk, bounce up, and just swat it down. Dubs is in the area, gets a hand on it. Pebbles has to recover there. HBT swats it at the goal, but Fishy's there to send it and feed it over to Pebbles.
2:15 on the clock, so time ticking down as this 1-point lead is all that separates these teams. TTT not going to be able to rely on this too heavily as Goblin does get ball control. Thankfully, gets it cleared out of their zone. An attack there from a Hot that got close, but not quite all the way through. Dark going to go for a bit of a reset. Fumbles on the back line. Doves takes a long shot, but it's a clear all the way down to OK Fishy. And we just kind of vie for ball control in the midfield here. Again, buying time. There's still a little left. A minute 40 really is plenty in a game of Orion Drift.
Now Pebbles picking up the crumbs off the donut, able to get the ball for a moment, but Pesky playing that defense up tight. Pesky now flying high is Goblin. Might have some options. Oh, Fishy! Go Fish! With a sweet dish into the midfield, intercepted, however, by HVT, so defended once, will have to do it once again. HVT, though, being interrupted by Pebbles. Pesky back on the ball, and the shot not quite there as the defense had dove upon them, and that will be sent towards the midline on this clear.
Pesky's going to reset that over to the middle. Over to Dubs. Dubs now bringing it in. He's going to swoop to the left. Ball pops out a little bit, but he's going to try to regather. No, Pebbles comes in and swipes it. Number 67 working that ball up the sidewalk, but HBT doing a good job until Plutus comes in. Plutus fires it across, and it's fingertips away from Dark, and they're going to have to chase it down.
That almost was the play they needed there on the hot side. If Dark had been able to scoop that one up and fire it in from the top line, there could have been a tie game right now. But 35 seconds left, and this is not ideal for Hot to allow this ball to be in the hands of TTT pushing into their zone. This is ideal as Pebbles gets a little control, starts to get some momentum, flying in through the midfield. The pass up to Dark, connects down to Fishy. Fishy slaps down in the follow-up from Pebbles. We're tied up with 15 seconds left, Pally. Overtime in the wings there.
Need OT on the horizon, but right now the eyes on Gooblin, seeing if he can get a shot in this last second. Gooblin with some speed, but loses the handle, decides to opt for the reset. Actually, maybe waiting for the teammates to form out on offense and fan out, and we do enter that OT scenario, so it is sudden death. Next point wins. HVT to Dubs, and it's not in. A little too far to the right, and Fishy sends it clear. Intercept Gooblin.
Gooblin now with that aerial assault coming down, but the defense for Hot stands tall. They're going to smack it down. Backline boss Dubs is there. Bring that back into the zone. He's going to sneak down low, gets around another. He goes in, he comes in, he puts it in. What a solo there, putting it in off Fishy. That round goes to TTT by a score 2-1.
I love what I'm seeing so far. Watching these teams, you can really learn something. Watch their backline defense. Watch how they extend forward and get aggressive. See how they spread their team out across the playing field, because all of that is tactical and practiced and trained, and it makes sense when you're watching it from a very high level. And you really get to see these teams work together. You see their coordination that they've practiced in for all season long, and it's coming alive right now as we do get ready for round 2.
And as we said, anything can happen here. So the number 6 seeded TTT just took one round off the number 1 seeded Hot. Made it look, I wouldn't say effortless, because it did go to OT, but nonetheless, they looked right up there at that same level with them. They are on their games at the moment, so Hot now a little bit on their heels. Hot on their heels, in fact, as they'll take first offense.
Plutus now getting some real speed here. Still has that ball. Chains some carbs, throws it down. Fishy comes in and deposits it. 1-0 Hot, off to a hot start.
Love to see a opening goal cracking open the second round like that. It's like, hey, we're not going to wait all game like we did in round 1. We're warmed up now. We're going to attack. We're going to get confident, just like HVT now attacking on the offensive joust. Gets a beautiful tackle there coming in on the defensive side from Hot that completely slows momentum, disrupts that offensive push, and now they have to reset on the back line with Gooblin trying to set things right.
See, I feel like in a lot of cases this weekend at least, we've either had these immediate goals within 5 seconds of the jump ball, or it ends up taking 1, 2, 3 minutes to get the first goal. It's been a lot of that this weekend. But the pace, the tone being set with that first goal. Plutus now, a shot attempt, maybe even a pass, but Pebbles is there for the recovery. A wise pass over to Fishy, but the eyes on from the defense. 2 players diving out, able to secure the ball now as a result.
Pesky trying to feed it over to Dubs. Here comes HVT picking it up. He has a bunch of speed. He breaks to the ground, and Pebbles gets a hand on it, knocking it to the corner, but HVT's not done yet. He's trying to work it back into the middle, turns and fires, and Fishy gets a great save, but it goes into the hands of Gooblin, who's bringing it down, and it's going to swat it to the corner to Pesky.
I've been staying on board Pebbles for a little bit here, and they've been doing a great job of tackling and disrupting these offensive plays, but they weren't there for Gooblin, as Gooblin floats through the center of that defense and finds the gap, finds the hole in the coverage, and slots in a point for TTT. And again, they're not making it easy for this number 1 seed. Hot's got to fight for these points as Pebbles flies in. You saw the teamwork coming in, the tackles on the back line, but Pebbles said, no, I'm not lined up for a good shot. Let me try for round 2.
And Pebbles there going back for some boost juice and also evading some defenders. The turnover, however, Gooblin swooping in, has possession of the ball, makes their way towards middle, but turnover. Eridus EU Hot back on the offense to Pebbles. Pebbles has Plutus. Plutus has not a lot of options. The coverage was swarming there as they collapsed into the goal, but Plutus will retrieve the ball once again. Hits Eridus and HVT this time, and Goblin swooping by. So the defensive pressure there. They're playing very close to the goal, but once that ball and that offensive player comes close, they are swarming them fast.
Dubs throws it off that back wall, gets it to his homie HBT, who circles around. He's bringing that ball down. He's going to get tackled off. Pesky tries a shot, but the big A comes up with some big defense. Now it goes up to Dubs. He's going to hit off the ceiling. Hits a little carve. He comes down. He turns and fires, and that's Pebbles with a goal-saving save.
You'll love to see it. HVT in control now as they scoop up that rebound and keep the offensive pressure going, but a good tackle from Plutus slows HVT to a halt. Aretas scoops up the ball off an intercept, or a fumble rather, maybe we could call it, who knows. Pebbles fires it over to Fishy, and Fishy trying to set things up from the top, trying to set up the attack down low, recognizes there's 4 defenders in front of them and none of his teammates around, and so they back pass, reset, and try and go for round 2.
And a great formation there on offense, and a slapper saved by Pesky. Went right to the feet, trying to hand them the feet if they can this next minute and 20, but we're locked in at 1 apiece. Pesky making their way up for TTT EU. Plutus playing some tight defense there, but now HVT gets us tackled out by Plutus right from above. A bit of a headshot, but Goblin still maintains control of the ball. To the top of the backboard, back to Goblin. The 2-man game as the 1 point with a nice dime, 2-1.
A little aerial give and go action from those tree trotters. Now Plutus down a goal, gonna hit a car, gonna chain another one there, but now goes off to the wide wing. Now he comes up top. He bounces off, he brings it down to the ground, didn't like what he sees, so he's gonna hold it. Trying to get some more separation, trying to find a lane. He's gonna come off and get some more boost juice, and now the ball just pops free. Gets it back. And we got 30 seconds to go in this round.
To watch the ball control of these players is so impressive, you know, like this game is hard to play. These players make it look so easy. I guess it's easy to play, but it's hard to play how hard they're playing it, because they are, the way they manage that ball there, Plutus, absolute impressiveness, being able to maneuver around the team like that is hot. Does look for something here, down a round, down a point. They do not want this to go to sudden death for them, where they're going to get knocked down into that loser's bracket, but that's what is going to happen. A win for TTT puts them up 2 rounds in this best of 5, and 1 more to go, and Hot is down into that loser's bracket later today.
Well, TTT has came to play today. Right now looking locked in, so beautiful 2 rounds so far, so match point for this semifinal series. Hot needs to come back that next one. To your point, Knight, real quick, you said it's both easy and hard, and basically that's kind of pro level play in these VR esports, right? Where the pros, just like real life sports, pros make the difficult look pedestrian. They make it look easy when in reality it really is not. So talented, these players.
Let's head back to the arena for round number 3, baby. Coming to ya. TTT up 2 rounds to none in this best of 5, and we're off and rolling. Here comes Plutus. He takes a big tackle. Now he slaps it ahead and dumps his back there. He hits a nice little juke to lose those defenders. Now up on the Orion onion ring, he loses it down low. Fishy's causing a ruckus, but HBT now with some speed. He has a breakaway. He puts it in. A little trick play there coming in, and TTT up 1-0.
I don't know if we've had, I could be wrong, I don't know if Hot's led around at the start of it yet, maybe the first round, but TTT has been in control in the opening of these series. I think Hot actually scored the first point last round, so I could be wrong on that. As Plutus now wall carves up to the top, tries to fire it down low. A nice recover from Pebbles keeps the offensive pressure here. A 360 ceiling carve that fires it back to the goal, and that was a beautiful play to tie things up 1-1.
There you go, so goal for goal in this opening minute of play. A thing of beauty to see, and again, Hot really needing to come back here to force that next round. We know they can do it. They've only dropped 1 match in this entire first season of regular season play. Pebbles right now at play, but Dubs in the way as Eridus loses the ball flying high. Is it Dubs and Pebbles as well? Taps it back, and the turnover now going Dubs' way.
Dubs now trying to work it into the zone, but Plutus just swipes it from him. hits a carve, and brings that down to the trenches. He's working it into TTT zone. Plutus shoots and he scores. What a shot. 2-1. Hot leads.
What a goal. One in the highlight reel, Plutus, because that is a beautiful play orchestrated from steal to shot to goal. Wonderfully done. Can they now defend the shot on goal there? They do. They actually disrupt Goblin from the back line there. I think they got a hold of them and slowed them down so the ball floated to the top of the zone. And just a great sequence overall there as Aradis tries to put the offensive pressure on for their squad on hot. A 2-1 lead that they want to extend just a little bit more, Pally.
And the ball going towards that mid zone. A chase down will be found by Plutus. Plutus from the Skyway now making their way through the highway right down center and trying to find maybe a pass over to Aridus, but really crowded inside that goal. Aridus, oh, the goal was open, but fortunately for TTT, did not concede any goals there as they go back on the offense in that pink zone.
And Dubs is going to flick that across. He finds Goblin. Goblin takes to the sky. He's floating. He sends it back over to the pesky one who comes in. He's just going to lay it off into the corner, and they're going to race for it. HBT now gets it back. Here he comes. He goes up top. He turns and fires, and Big A gets a good save.
That midfield defense is so hot from hot right now. They are doing a great job defending their midfield and stopping those shots from even developing, because what happens is TTT are great with their passing work. When they can orchestrate a setup, it's connecting and they're finding their shots, just like a pass there as Pesky defends. A wonderful block from them. Gets the offensive pressure going for TTT, and again, a passing sequence needs to come alive here for this team to get through this hot front line.
And Dubs will opt for a back out just to create some space. The goalie highly pressured there by a couple of offensive players for TTT. Still on the offense, as a matter of fact. You see the idea that prioritizing there's HVT once again trying to run interference inside the goal on the goalkeepers. But look at that swarming defense, just not allowing an inch of space as Dubs once again makes a move. But every player seemingly marked here in the goal. Some shut out defense coming from Hot.
And it's going to be cleared all the way back down into TTT's zone. Here comes Goblin working it up the sidewalk. He has a bunch of speed. He has Dubs up there. He feeds Dubs. Dubs comes in. And with the little puts it in. 2-2. TTT ties it up.
Again, their pass work is looking so sharp today from TTT. When they don't connect like that, they just obviously are going to find ways through a front line like Hot, even if they've been really on point there. So good job from TTT to regain some control in round 3. Hot need the momentum, so it stings a little bit to be at a point now where there's 45 seconds on the clock and they're tied up with their backs against the wall. If they let a point through, they're down in the losers bracket later today.
Trying to change the fate there and see if they can get another shot was TTT just to sweep them here cleanly, but it will be 30 seconds left on the clock, all tied up. Plutus now with a very crucial possession for Hot, needing a score to go, so prioritizing that patience. Again, interference being ran on those goalkeepers, the bumping, and will be Fishy now trying to find a big shot there, but just whiffing as HVT takes it back.
We're getting close to that overtime. 10 seconds to go. HBT trying to end it here in regulation. Trying to feed Dubs, but it's going to bounce off. Now he does hit Goblin. Goblin waits for overtime. Here we go. He fires it across over to Pesky. He hits the ceiling car. He comes down. He's bouncing off the wall, and the ball's going to bounce in the hands of Aridus.
Is going to get a bit of a breakaway here, the 1v2, and they end up not connecting with their pass to the side. Gublin dives out of goal, a risky play when you have 3 attackers coming in, but it ends up in a beautiful offensive push that gets denied. The shot there just to the corner as Aradis scoops it up from the corner, tries to get their offense going on the Hot side. Pebbles is actually going to come flying in from the midfield with boost juice in tow, momentum in tow, up from the ceiling, down to the floor. The shot comes through, and Pesky with a huge save.
Huge indeed. What a defensive play in the clutchest of clutch times. Now it'll be Goblin coming in from the bridge with some heat, but having it stolen by Plutus. Plutus back to Pebbles. Pebbles has some options front, left, center, everywhere as Fishy and Pebbles, a 2-man game. Pebbles from a 0 angle, nearly saved out of there. Fishy, the return play, again, too tight of an angle. Some high percent, or rather low percentage shots and high percentage saves there going the way of TTT as they make their way back on the offense.
HBT working that down onto the sidewalk area. Now he pops up. He fires it across. No one's home. Oh, no, he hits Dubs. Dubs comes down from the sky, and he puts it top shelf. There we go. TTT wins 3-2.
The tactical brilliance, the heart.
They earned that every step of the way, Pally. I mean, they were challenged so heavily by Hot on the offense all round in round 3. Their Hot defense looked so good in the midfield, absolutely denying those shot setups from coming through, but they just kept hammering away. They kept going for passing sequences. They kept finding openings in that defensive back line, and I mean, Hot, the number 1 seed, definitely showed why they're the number 1 seed this afternoon, in my opinion. But TTT came out so strong today on the attack.
Yeah. Hot had some, especially in that last round, they had some good defensive stands, but again, going for, especially in that overtime, right? They had a few possessions there going from those really tight and high zero angle type of shots, and they can be effective at junctures, but in the depths of overtime, definitely a lower percentage shot to take when you have that many bodies all in the goal. And TTT took full advantage, and they were eventually able to crack that shield on the other end.
Okay, to show on screen as normal. There he is. Look at how big he is. He's purring. He loves the camera. He loves a little camera time. His name is Sunshine, and he is lovely and very fit. A little bit of a big boy. That's okay.
VRML is for the cats. Fitting. Which team was it that had all the cat ears on before the game? So there you go.
Hot.
Maybe it's the mascot. There you go.
But anyway, a wonderful series here coming in from TTT. It is the first of 4 this afternoon, and the first of 2 best of 5. So now we go into the losers bracket, where we will have a team eliminated, their season done. The winner will advance on to play this loser here, Hot, which will not be an easy task. And the winner there will move on after a best of 7 to the grand finals, where there is a bracket reset option. So there's a potential for 4 more games, 3 to 4 more games this afternoon. But it does mean that we are going to go to a brief intermission here on the desk. And when we come back live on the VRML network, more EU Season 1 postseason.
for the goal and sinks it in.
Not easy to maintain ball control and move like these guys are moving.
I love to see teams evolve their gameplay.
I'm the one saying nope, it ain't going deep. That's it.
For that pass cross, it's down forward. Over to Pinata, who puts it in the goal. This is what we see out of our players. This is the VR Master League Orion Drift.
Welcome in, everyone, to Orion Drift Season 1 EU Postseason. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm joined by my co-casters, Jucifer and Palador, and we're here, Juice, for the do-or-die death match of the day. One of 2, actually, this afternoon.
Absolutely. Now, this is only a best of 5, and these teams, they were supposed to play yesterday, but we shuffled some things around, and we're here today. So, let's see what happens between Ren EU and Cold. Both these teams coming in hungry to advance on in the tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, Pally. I mean, it's the pressure that we got to factor in here this afternoon. How do you think it's going to impact these teams playing today?
Yeah, pressure is always the name of the game on these, because if you take any teams in a vacuum, you know, you can do comparisons and whatever of ranks, this and that. But as we even just saw with TTT, right? You know, number 6, but took on Hot, the number 1 seeded team, sent them down here. When it comes to these long form tournaments, it's about endurance and it's about the mentals, right? And that's esports in general, I do suppose. But you always have to factor in who can keep calm during the storms, who can keep calm during those tiltable moments that we see sometimes, those full court shots, those tough overtime losses. Those are the teams that can stay mentally strong. Those are the teams who oftentimes, as we've seen, you know, history repeat itself with lots of champions over the years across esports and VRML. Those are the teams who usually have the most success.
Winner here has to win 4 games today. This best of 5, or 3 games. This best of 5, the next best of 7. No, 4 games. The final best of 7, and then the bracket reset best of 7. It's a lot of game ahead of the winner here if they're going to make it all the way to the finals. But we do have players in lobby ready to go. They're getting antsy, so we should do player intros. Let's tell the players to line up because we are going to do player intros, and we will get everyone ready. Oh, I guess they don't want to do intros.
No, okay. Well, let's head to the arena for round number 1.
You're fed up with us.
Yeah, so we've had enough. We had the flashy intros from Jucifer. Shout out to Juice. We love those as we do dive into round 1 and kick off the action. These teams are thirsty. Venom is hungry for some speed as they scoop up that ball and try and carry it around the back end, but can't.
All right, now it'll be Repeller with the ball, sending it over to the mid lane, resetting to Morganator, but Xenos doing a good job to contest in the mid lane. Now we'll pick up the ball. Actually, no, contesting each other there. A few misreads on it as it goes one way and the other. Just half a minute in, it's Georgie. Hey, Georgie, it's unable to get a shot, though, going as a lot of players collapse on him.
Georgie's going to throw that. Repeller gets that interception. He's working that up the sidewalk, working it into cold zone. Repeller comes in hot and bounces off the wall, goes over to Morganator. Georgie's there with some good defense, and it goes over to Pug.
Pug's going to get control for this Cold team, try and cool things down a little bit, but if you get too cold, Morganator on the back line scoops it up, intercepts. Hulk Zito finds that clear in the midfield and keeps the pressure on for this Ren squad. The offense here on the attack, but a good defensive dive. All 3 players in the back line stopping that from coming through, and Pug clears it out to the midfield.
A few players there, a little miscommunication actually from the Ren squad, still able to get the ball afterwards. A big tackle from Xenos as Georgie gets the ball up high, delivers it to Mr. Venom. A no look of a pass there to Xenos, nicely done, but the defense now collapsing once again and not conceding anything yet, still stalemated a minute and a half into this play. Back to the midfield though, and Pug still has control for a moment for Cold.
He shoots. Tonio gets a great save. He's going to smack that to the corner. Now Hulk Zeno off and running. He coming in from the corner. He passes it over to Tonio. Tonio coming in, and he just hit upon it, misses. He gets the rebound, though. Saves on one side, misses, gets the rebound, and makes it 1-0 Red.
I mean, you always got to follow up your shots. That's lesson number one in this game, I feel like, and that's demonstrated right there. That's why Xenos here on the offensive joust almost puts one right back into their pocket for a 1-1 tie, but can't. Repeller repels, and the ball goes to the midfield. Pug with an intercept, keeps the pressure on, and is trying to go for the attack as Georgie scoops it up and fires down to the pass. Xenos dodges, dips, and dives. Toto dips into the honey jar and scoops the ball out of the goal.
How did that not go in? It went around every inch of that rim, but still yet another play at it. Pug is there for the attack once again. My goodness, it goes inside, but it's out. It's so close to a goal, and those ones will crush the spirit of a team where you think, man, we really earned that one. How did it not count?
Georgie now circles around. He's bringing it back into the zone. He gets by one. He shoots and he puts it in. Sometimes just all you need is a little bit of speed. Colt ties it up at one.
The relentless pursuit for that point there is what happened with Cole. They kept it hot, they kept the pressure on, even though Toto was absolutely denying ball entry. They get intercepted off the joust. Ooh, Morganators on the back line, able to scoop it up. They were there on the rebound, if you will, but they're getting pressured by Xenos as well. Doesn't matter much as they dive in, and Pug reads it perfectly, swats it away all the way back to the center.
Right back to Hulk Zeno, being interrupted by some defense, awkward bounces, and some more awkward tackles. Pug with a light tap over, trying to collect control of the ball. Georgie just as well above with Morganator running out of boost juice first was Georgie, so that will result in the turnover right back to Repeller.
Repeller now up on that halo. Going to cut it across and tries to find Tonio, but it's going to be temporarily intercepted. I think Tonio had some disconnection issues. Hulk Zeno going to have that ball swiped by Georgie. And Xenos up top, going to slow it down here. Going to sneak across that back wall. Good ball control here. Not really forcing it up, waiting. Now he's going to spring it across and try to hit Pug. Pug now fires it up for Mr. Venom. He flips it ahead for Georgie, but Repeller's there for the interception.
If there is ever an advocate for or a reason to have an extra player on your roster, it's in this moment where you can pull them in and make sure that, in case you have someone drop, that you're there ready to go. Todio is in and running around, though, so it wasn't a full DC, thankfully, and the 4v4 continues, and this pressure from Ren is maintained on the offense, but Xenos reaches out, full T-pose, scoops up the defense, can't quite deny entry there as Georgie isn't able to defend the goal, and the first point comes in to put second point, for Ren, to put him up 2-1.
They're going toe-to-toe with a Toad, and well, we see the results of that. He got croaked. Right now, Venom trying to get an offense going now with only 9 seconds remaining. A big possession here. We'll be back into the midfield, and with that time ticking down, Pug needs to keep this ball alive, but first they need to get control of it. All the players collapsing on it. There's Xenos, a quick carve, tapping off, trying to get the momentum and trying to balance that ball, juggling it. Not clowning around for sure as the pass goes left. Venom right to Pug, and Pug drops it as a boost juice is lost in the tackle as well. So a big win coming in for Ren.
Yeah, I mean, that was so close. You could see Pug there with the setup for the back slap to swat it in and put a point on there, tie it 2-2. A really good passing sequence, incredible dribble work. One thing really standing out to me there is the bouncing of dribbling in the sewer. I mean, to take the, you go high, stay elevated, stay above the ground, but that's impressive to take it underground when you're in that hot potato zone. But ready to go, round two kicking off, the joust opening up for the likes of Ren as they push it all the way down into cold zone, but it's quickly retrieved by Pug.
Pug with a little bit of speed, just enough to get the ball to Xenos first. Xenos a carve round, redirecting through the traffic. but the ball taking a bounce. Now Repeller from the sky with the propellers. Has a good angle, good eyesight on all the teammates here, maintaining that line of sight. But a mislead on that pass will be carried now by Xenos into the midfield, able to retrieve, duck, and dodge through the defense. And wow, some great offense on the other end, coast to coast, making the most of the play.
Cold coming out. Not very cold. Pretty chilly, if you ask me. Now Tonio gets swatted off by Xenos. It's going to bounce up top. He recovers and swats it towards the goal. Luckily, Hulk Xenos there. He's going to flip it back over to his homie Tonio, who gets it off the ceiling, still up on that top ledge. Now they're really spreading it out. He fires it over to Repeller. Repeller coming in from the halo, bouncing in from the wing, now cuts in from the ceiling, tries to hit Tonio, but that pass wasn't there.
Love to see, again, really good coordination for the most part. Every little missed pass, missed opportunity typically capitalized on as Venom gets a wonderful cross from the center line. Dodges, cross two, and hits the corner pocket past Tonio to make it past all three defenders on the back line and put 2 points up for Colt.
And a great assist from Matt Skoning as well. Just the absolute perfect lead to the opposite side of the floor to allow the score to happen, not allowing the offensive player to lose any kind of speed. Right back at them, though, with a speedy shot, only seconds on the clock since the last, and Repeller doing the damage this time.
Absolutely pinpoint placement on that shot to be able to sneak that in. Xenos now bringing that up. Hulk tried to get him. Xenos going to hit that long carve and circle around. Got Mr. Venom on the backboard. Now he finds him. Mr. Venom shoots. Tonio's there. And Morganator's going to flip that to the corner.
Repeller is staying true to his name and repelling the ball from going into the goal there. Wonderful defense on the back line here from them in this round as they do try and hold off what could be, again, another offensive pressure point on the attack here. Toto swats it out of the corner. Nicely cleared to the midfield, but there's the retrieve from Cold. The attack coming in with the tackles, forcing fumbles in the midfield here. Somebody's got to scoop it up, and eventually it goes into the hands of Ren, but not for too long. Cold, I feel like maintaining possession time. It would be really cool to be able to see that, who has been holding ball the most. It would be a cool stat to be able to track in the corner somewhere or something, maybe for next time. But for now, Morganator's going to take an open goal shot, and it's going to bounce just a touch high. The follow-up puts it in, and we're tied 2-2.
Yeah, defense just not able to get back quite in time, just turning around right as the shot went out, unable to eye it down and send it out of there. So a big shot to tie it up. There's Xenos with that mobility and the ability to drive it right into the goal, but Repeller doing exactly that yet again. Stalwarts on the defensive end, not allowing anything through on that attempt. The divers now, Repeller once more, so active on that floor. Hulkzito as well getting in on the fun. And Mr. Venom still maintaining possession, and now the reset, saying, okay guys, they're blocking too many shots. Let's set it out again, reset our offense, and find a better angle.
Matt fires it over to Puck. Puck shoots him with the quick shot. He finds that top corner past Tonio. Cole back up 3-2.
I love watching a disciplined defense really work against a disciplined offense. That was great passing and coordination that very slowly drew out this defense, very slowly pulled them apart until eventually there was enough of a gap in the coverage where they could thread the needle. Just like now where that shot nearly connected. That was beautifully placed, almost corner pocket, but went just a little too high. And so instead the ball's cleared all the way down into Ren's zone, and their 1 point deficit in threat of being a 2 point deficit. Not what you want with 1 minute left on the clock. Matt Skoning gets denied a beautiful intercept from Holt.
Hulk diving out yet again, playing some great defense. Repeller getting possession of that ball with some defense not too far behind, but some crafty maneuvers, gets them through 1 and 2, and maybe could not get through the last 3 and 4 right in the front door of that goal. But Hulkzito will maintain possession here. Big plays, big moments ahead. They need to score soon.
And now Mr. Venom just going to swap that out of the danger zone. It's going to bounce back. Morganator picks it up, though. We got 15 seconds to go. Coming in hot, looking for that tie goal. Almost had it, but it bounced just wide.
Really nice attempt. They're going to keep the pressure on. Clock is ticking down, and it goes into the hands of Ren, who need to keep the ball above the ground as we get into the final seconds. Hot potato mode here. Propeller going to scoop it up, and no, it's swatted down. Bounces off the top. Going to be picked up by Venom. Xenos can't quite get a hold of it. It's still bobbled up in the air for somebody to grab until finally doesn't hit the ground. Toto keeps it, and we're still going. We're still going into round 2, a 2-3. 1 point lead here from Cold, but it's maintained and held in the air. They really just need to get it on the ground if they're Cold. And they've got this point on the board. They're going to swat it over to the corner. It still stays elevated. Morganator scoops it up, and Palador, we are still staying into this hot potato time frame.
Yeah, super impressive some way, somehow. They might make way for a play. Morganator! Oh, it hit the ground first, though. Oh, my goodness. That's going to kill a team. Oh, man, that was so close and so impressive right until the very end. Heartbreak.
Oh, my gosh. Ren almost tie it to overtime. They almost push us to 3-3 there in round 2. They do not, and it's Cold. So now the scoreboard, we apologize for the lack of updates, but it is a round 1 win to Ren and a round 2 win to Cold. We are now tied up 1 point apiece as we do get into round number 3. No time to waste here, Pally. We're diving right back into the action.
Yeah, and just going back to that overtime of sorts, that dead ball time real quick. I think really just what lost them that match really is for Ren, they had several drives into the goal, but it was all 1v1s. They didn't really get the passes. They just took those head-on approaches, and I think that's where they got lost a little bit. Would like to see them certainly tighten it up here in this following round.
That ball's in that corner. They're battling for it. Morganator ends up coming up with it for a second. Now trying to pick it up there is Xenos, and now Tonio going to feed it ahead, gets it out of the zone to Hulk. Hulkcedo now going to go for that lap, trying to get his teammates down the field. He goes wide, he gets, oh no, he doesn't get past Xenos, who picks up that ball and looks to bring that the other way.
Yeah, and Xenos going to get some momentum here for Cold. Try and get the attack going in round number 3. Keep things rolling off of what was a successful round 2. Lockheed's going to disrupt that momentum rather quickly, though. Puts things onto the attack, but the ankles are grabbed by Mr. Venom. Denied momentum and fumbled into the hands of Cold again.
As Pug makes her way up the floor, has to deal with Hulkcedo, but a high pass to Venom, right back to Xenos. Xenos from the sky to the floor and will score. The opening point for Cold. Back on the board after about a minute 20.
We got Tonio now, down at goal, bringing that up the sidewalk. Oh, looks like a little more disconnection issues. Oh, they teleported. They got those extra cheat codes on now. Here we go, Xenos bringing that ball. Beautiful little wall carve there. Stretching out the defense. Now fires it up. He finds Pug. Pug shoots, and it will not go.
Yeah, thankfully Tonio, again, not fully disconnected, back in the defensive back line. Make sure the team can maintain what they've been doing with the coordination here. As Tonio now on the front line, takes the shot, the follow-up. Neither connect as both bounce off the far right corner, and they'll reset back to Hulkcedo. Going to be a little bit of a heart racer, and then a sudden calming as we go into the midfield, and Cole with a 1 point lead, really fine with killing time right now.
Still a few minutes to go here as Pug finds the ball. They find themselves at the 1 point advantage. Mr. Venom cutting, and another cut right behind. So again, that disciplined offense that we're seeing from Cold in that last round, trying to show up here yet again. They're really trying to prioritize those cuts, those extra passes. But again, credit to Ren, still maintaining a good standing inside that goal. Although every time I seem to say that today, it seems to go the opposite way. A score to put him up by a pair.
I'm sure the players are saying, in your face, Palador. It's usually the way it works. Now Tonio comes in. He jukes off the ceiling, now cuts in and shoots, and there's Mr. Venom getting a hand on it, and it's going to pop up over to Lockheed.
Lockheed going to get that offensive pressure going with a nice little carve all the way around the zone of Cole, but the shot coming in just a little high. Will be retrieved by Xenos. Hulkcedo off the intercept, the boost, dropping them down into the midfield, and somehow over the top of 2 defenders, fires it in for a point. This Ren squad keeping it tight. 1 point lead for Cole.
Yeah, Hulkcedo putting on the tuxedo, looking like a professional on that had to finesse it in and did it with such grace. Love to see it. Perfectly placed. Matt Scoting just as well with a passing game, but Hulk Zito now on the defense reading that, able to interrupt that play.
Morganator now working it out of the sewer, trying to get by the players, trying to find a lane here. Now goes to the sky, really stretching it out. Now flips it back on the reset. Here comes Hulk with some speed into the zone. He holds it, he waits, he shoots, and I think Locky saved that with their back, and it's going to go back to Morganator, who flips it back to Tonio.
You just got to wall up sometimes with everyone in front of that goal. It doesn't work every time, obviously. You can tackle players out of the way, you can disrupt that, taking shots high, all sorts of options. But certainly works out well when you are running out of options there. A nice little defense coming in at the end of the day as well from the midfield here, as they do retrieve possession on the cold side and go back onto the attack.
With that, the defense flying by Mr. Venom. There's the double cut, but meant nobody. The rebound, no one there as well. So Morganator, a sigh of relief as they still have a chance to come back here. Tie it up with 30 seconds remaining. Hulk Zito has Tonio and has a lot of defense there in tow. Locky able to tap the ball, but securing it is Tonio. 22 seconds now remaining as that ball is not being held for all too long. The strong and swarming defense from Cold just trying to lock it in for those last seconds.
Hulk Zito having some problems in his own zone. Not a time to be careless with it. Picking it up is Zito, who shoots. It's trickling. Does it now? Tonio gets a save. Now Matt's trying to work it in, keeping that pressure. We're getting close. We're now in that hot potato time. Let's see if they can have some better luck in this. No, it hits the ground, and that round goes to Cold by a score of 2-1.
Saw just a little bit of a miss pass, a little bit of a fumble. Could have been them carrying on that round a little longer, but it is Cold in series point now. It's best of 5, so they sit at a 2-1 lead, and as we dive into round 4, the pressure is on Palador. It's do or die for this Ren squad.
Absolutely. We know Ren is a highly capable team, but they need to get started on the right foot here. Of course, the number 2 ranked team was Ren, although not far behind was number 3 and Cold. They both had that 12-3 record and the identical MMRs. So really, both teams equally matched here as they fight for their lives late in this tournament.
Zito shoots. It's a little high. Locky's there to grab it. Mats is causing a ruckus, and Morganator spanks it out. Pug's there to pick it up. He's going to round the corner. He's going to keep it wide, trying to trick him. Now he's looking around, looking to his right. Decides to hold it. Now he fires it down, and Mats with the one-timer coming in. Cold up 1-0.
You know, you can do everything on defense that you can, but with a 1T like that, it's definitely tough to deny. A really fast shot coming in right from the dead center of the goal. As Hulk says, hey, doesn't matter. We'll rebound right back at it. Tied up 1 apiece in a matter of seconds, and Palador, and a lot like that last round, we kind of cracked it open early, and it's going fast.
Absolutely, and with that, effectively, just wipe it off the slate. Say, okay, it's 0-0 again. Let's get started once again on the right foot. It's always play by play. Wipe away the one from minutes, as it will be Hulk now with the ball, just starting to send it across, and takes a fortunate bounce actually right to Locky. Wasn't, I think, the intention, but you know what? It worked out. The ball though getting lost here in the middle, as the defense is playing very aggressively here in the midfield.
Battling for that ball. All these robots putting in some work now. Xenos gets it. He hits a little cut move. Gets that ball headed back in the right direction. He takes to the sky. He has Pug up top. He tries to find him, but it's a little bit out of that Pug reach.
Just a hair, and any little mistake does end up, could end up being devastating to your team. And so we'll see now. Off of that little bit of a mistake, does the ball go into the hands of Ren? Does it end up with it into the goal of Cold? No, it doesn't. Just shy, just a little to the corner there, and is swatted away back into the midfield, back into the hands of Hulk Zito, who tries to attack once more. Morganator doesn't get it. The defense diving out one at a time to shut down these shots, but they can't deny what is a second point for Ren.
And Ren able to score there. Not necessarily the highest percentage shot. I will go back to it again. Those tight angles from up high when you have 3 or 4 bodies in the goal. It did work out, but I feel like Ren is making it tougher on themselves to score at some of these junctures. But nonetheless, they do have the point advantage, and that is the important point after all. Because I'm just a caster. These players, they're the ones who know what they're doing. The point is, though, they got 2 minutes to hold onto this lead, or ideally, if you're Ren or a Ren fan, to expand it.
Todio coming in from the sky, shoots, and Matt's there with a big save. That ball is going to go into the hands of Mr. Venom, who's trying to work it out. He has some numbers here with Mats beside him. They're doing a little crisscross applesauce. He fires it up, and there's Hulk picking it up.
Yeah, they just outpaced Xenos a little bit too much, and Xenos wasn't able to get the forward pass there as Lockie intercepted it and pushed it out into this midfield position where we're now battling for ball control. And as it does dribble down into the sewers, it stays just above the underground and is batted over into the corner. Hulk, Zito, and Xenos vie for control, and eventually Pug's going to scoop it up and rotate around to the corner to try and push it out of their zone.
Now Pug trying to bobble with the ball. Xenos getting bobbled by Morganator. Big tackles abound as the ball is eventually found by Todio, but not a lot of wiggle room there as the blue players were right in their faces. Xenos with control, a tap over, just trying to find somebody, but nobody home except Lockie for Ren. About a minute remaining, and they're going to back out, maybe collect some boost juice and fan out the floor on every single lane, as you can see there. Although a turnover will put them out of position.
Here comes Mr. Venom. He swats it down to the ground. Now Lockie picks it up. They're trying to get something set up. Maybe a little too much, just trying to kill the clock. Xenos now fires it across, and he's going to miss Mats. A little bit off on those passes, but if they start connecting, look out.
Yeah, they're trying to get control here on the Ren side just to avoid Cole getting a little extra momentum, and that's going to do a lot of damage. 2-point lead, 30 seconds left on the clock. Cold have a long way to go. We could be heading to that round 5. Like you said, it is close as the push comes out on the offensive joust. Xenos is going to try and answer back fast, but can't pile on an extra point there. Is denied, and Toto swats it away. It's getting closer and closer for us to get down into that round 5 in this best of 5.
Meanwhile, Morganator from the elevator just skying and finding no one but Pug. But Pug picks it up with no time to spare for a comeback at this point, but they could keep it alive for maybe one more score. But nonetheless, Ren just locking down and finding themselves now, indeed, with an even-up series. Oh, the intrigue is mighty high at the moment here in VRML EU. Gotta love these tournaments here at the end of the season. Always these round 5s. We had round 7s earlier on for OCE. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is what you expect when you dive down into the losers bracket, and now I kind of feel justified for us to push it into today because, man, it would have been tough to go. I think we had a best of 7 last night, 2 or something like that, something close, maybe around 6. Yeah, and so to have a round 5 into a round 7, that would have been a crazy day yesterday. But hey, we're still here. These teams competing. It's what you expect again when you're at the top. When you're looking at the top teams battling for their life, making sure that they push forward into this losers bracket finals where they'll go up against hot. We could have a hot v cold losers bracket where the winner there moves on to the finals. So there's a lot of hype coming around here. What could be the storyline for this final or for the next couple of games here ahead of us? But it's up in the air right now, Juice. I mean, I don't know who's coming out on top. Ren, Cold, dead even, 2 rounds apiece right now.
I'm just happy the players are finally following whatever script is out there. Because I always say 5 rounds, all in overtime. Let's head to the arena now for this match is for all the marbles. Let's go, Ren, Cold, and we're off and rolling. Hulk now. Oh, he's going to lose that ball. Oh, no, he gets it back. Here comes Hulk trying to work that in, trying to get that first point. He shoots. Pug can't get it. The rebound's up, and now Cold gets it out to Xenos.
Knocking it into the midfield, a nice little clear there. Xenos does push forward quickly past Hulk, can't get past Lockie, diving up from the center there. Pug's going to do a nice little juke on the top carb there, tries to get past Lockie, and Lockie with a nice intercept puts the attack back on for Ren.
Boy, risky pass there. A lot of defenders crowding Todio. Still managed to get over to Hulk Zito. Hulk Zito on the approach. Again, those 1v1 plays will be by a rebound, though, for a moment. There's Morganator, and oh no, looks like Toad actually lost connection for the moment, frozen on the floor. So now, suddenly a numbers disadvantage for Ren at the worst possible time in this round 5.
Yeah, they're coming back, scrambling back, trying to get back into the defensive front line, back line as they are there just in time. Lockie saves it out. Todio puts. I saw them go, woo! They had their heads, hand on their head there for a second. They're like, oh my goodness. as they did manage to scramble back. They're still having issues, and this is really a time to get a sub in just so you have a more consistent fourth. It's hard to do, it's hard to commit to, but we'll see if they end up pulling in an additional player, if they even have one on the back line, because it's a 3v4 right now. Still, though, into the hands of Ren as they push onto the offense. A bit of a risky maneuver when you don't really have a back line, but Todio reconnects to maintain that back line so they can confidently push here back onto the attack.
You gotta wonder how that plays into the mentals as well. Not sure what the reasoning is for the disconnections or the lack. We see it happen again there. So that's the thing. That can play a factor on your teammates. So suddenly you're taken out of the game, thinking a little bit of the outside factors, as they will indeed be at a 3v4 disadvantage. Toad completely disappearing. The only fortunate saving grace is the fact that there's no scores on the board yet. Still a stalemate, so they have time, hopefully.
That's
crazy to see that it is still. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Matt shoots and he scores! Comes in, and finally they take advantage of that man advantage. Cold up 1-0.
Even I got fumbled up and caught up in all the chaos there. I was seeing if there was a sub coming in, if they were bringing someone in. They're not. They're just going to push forward. Yeah, they're going to push forward with the 4-man. Try and hope that we don't run into any more issues for them, and we'll hope that it goes the way of one of these teams. Renner Cold. Lockie interrupts what is a beautiful shot, and Cold with a 1-point lead. 2.5 left in the round.
Lockdown defense now locking in. Oh, could not get that goal to go. The defense pressuring on the pass attempt. Very well read. Zeno's approaching. Todio getting back into goal. And Pug. Oh no, Todio saves the day as well as Hulk Zeno. A double flurry of near goal saves and ejecting it to that midfield. But Pug still somehow getting the ball. Hulk Zeno once again saving it with his face. What a disgrace. Not really. Great play to dislodge that ball for another moment. Mr. Venom trying to get through that crowd.
He's going to reset back to Mats. Here comes Mats. Number 7 fires it over to Mr. Venom. He fires it back to Mats, and what a save from the Mordinator.
Absolutely reaching up to the heavens to stop that one from going into the corner pocket. A wonderful denial, but the pass in the clear doesn't go the way of Ren. Cold retrieving the ball, keeping the offensive pressure on here. And if you keep attacking, eventually you'll find a way through what is a very strong defense right now. Lockie with a nice little juke there. You love to see it. Passes it to Hulk Zito, and the attack is on for Ren.
Oh, that was a beautiful move there in the midfield, but the question is, what can they do with it here? I'm very impressed with Ren's defense on the other end. They were stellar, but now the question is the offense. This is where they've had a little bit of struggle in the latter half, at least, of this series, as we can see another turnover being caused, but playing right up against their faces. There's Lockie. They pass deep into the backfield, just knowing that somewhere out there is a teammate lurking. Todio, meanwhile, maintains possession of the ball, has a couple of cutters. There's Lockie and Morgan not finding anyone and floating as they lose the boost. It will be Pug for Cole on the approach.
Mr. Venom now on that corner of the halo. Opts to take it wide. Now cuts back in. He has numbers, but he turns to shoot, and he gets the rebound himself and puts it in. 2-0 Cole leading in this 5th round.
They're in a comfortable position right now with 25 seconds left. It's very much a panic and a scramble for Ren. They have to find a fast point now and then a quick intercept into another fast point. Either that or they keep that hot potato time going. What they don't need is an intercept. What they don't need is the ball into Mr. Venom's hands as the time ticks down. Cold are going to advance on through this loser's bracket, and Ren will have their season finished in a best of 5. Cold come out on top. It means that we are going into a hot versus cold bronze losers bracket matchup where the winner will advance on to challenge TTT in the grand finals. Pally, how are we feeling with our upcoming matches today?
Oh, feeling good, and yeah, hot versus cold. It's a favorite of Katy Perry, so I hear. But you know, in this matchup, Cold. I mentioned about halfway through that series, right? Both these teams are so close on the standings, identical MMRs, identical win-loss records, 12-3 for both of them. So, 2-3 in the standings there. The one difference I didn't mention at the time, but now can kind of prove itself as accurate, I suppose, in the post game, is the fact that Cold did have more points by a good margin, actually. Points scored across the season compared to Ren. 192 points to Ren's 167. So that little bit of extra offense is, well, what ended up saving the day here when it came to the 5-round series we just witnessed.
Yeah, I see a lot of folks just tuning in, wondering what's going on, what are we tuning into? Again, a quick recap. This is the postseason. It's a double elimination tournament that's been going on for now 2 weekends as we are into our final day of the EU postseason and some of our final matches. We go into the bronze best of 7 series where the loser is done with their season and counted as our 3rd place champion for season 1. The winner advances on to go up against TTT, who played earlier this afternoon and won their matchup. So they're coming in strong. The championship does have a bracket reset. If the winner of the losers bracket wins again, then we do go to another best of 7. So there's potential for 3 more best of 7s this afternoon, but a guaranteed 2 more best of 7s on the EU side. Then later today, we have NA with 2 best of 7s, the bronze match and the grand finals. So there's a lot of Orion Drift season 1 postseason action yet to come. We finished off Apex season earlier today, so if you want to go back and watch that VOD, you can. But there is a lot more left to come up on the VRML network, so do not go anymore. We'll be back anywhere. We'll be back with more action soon.
for the goal and sinks it in.
Not easy to maintain ball control and move like these guys are moving.
I love to see teams evolve their gameplay.
I'm always saying nope, it ain't going deep. That's it.
For that pass cross, it's out forward. Over to Pinata, who puts it in the goal. This is what we see out of our players. This is the VR Master League Orion Drift.
Welcome back, everyone. We have arrived at the bronze medal match. Now, it's the winner gets the bronze medal, but here, the loser of the match will end up, and the winner will advance on to the grand finale. But joining me in the casting booth for this match, we have Palador and EU favorite, my homie, Ebro. Welcome, homies.
Thank you. Yeah, hot versus cold. I'm not going to speak too much on it because I want to direct it over to Ebro joining us on the cast now. These two top teams, aside of the wordplay, what stories and stats you got to tell about these two?
Well, let's go through the most obvious stuff, the big elephant in the room. Hot versus cold. Yeah. This is a bit of a rivalry game, and everyone's been excited for this. Another thing as well, I've been watching these teams, even TTT, formerly known as Ivy. They've been playing in, first two tournaments before Season 1, and TTT did come out on top. These two teams now, they're fighting for the chance to fight against TTT in the grand final. And this is now where best of 7 comes into play. So it means you've got to win 4 rounds in a row. Well, not in a row, but if you want to, go ahead. 4 rounds to get to the final. So I think we're waiting on, I think everyone's already in the arena. I'm looking at the rosters now, and these rosters since the start of the season have been fairly similar. I think 1 or 2 changes. Obviously, a few people may recognise Xenos, who was on the TTT roster, is now playing for Cold, which has definitely helped them out, I would say. I think his skill, being a very quick player and being very quirky of how he can move around, just the way he can play offensively and defensively, just been helping Cold out. Looking at Hot as well, seeing the finals, where their playstyle's been, trying to get the speed up, because this season everyone's been talking about, the momentum or the speed meta, where the more speed you have on the ball, harder for the defenders to, tackle you, and it's just nice, easy goals. And I think it'll be a game today where we'll see who will be the faster team. Out of all 8 people in this arena, we're going to need to see not just good, but near perfect gameplay from both of them. I'm just waiting now. Maybe we get into player introductions soon. I'm not entirely sure if we're doing it. It looks like players are already just warming up. They want to get into this game, hopefully. Let's have a look.
Come on, players, do it for Jucifer.
Yeah.
Do it for him, man.
Come on, we're waiting on one more. Okay, well,
here we go.
we'll head to the arena here for some player introductions. Coming in for Hot EU, we got Eridus, we got Pebbles, we got Dark, and we got Plutus, king of the chaining of the Sealy carves. There's Eridus, Big A, as he asked to be called, and Dark. Appreciate you guys, the Pebbles flying around. Now, over on the other side, as they fly by, we have Mr. Venom, we have Xenos, we have, where's Pug? Where is he? There's Xenos. Are we still waiting on some? Did they leave? Oh no, there they are. There's Mats. Mats just hanging out. We're getting ready. And George is out there. Pug is in there. All right, if they're ready, let's get that ball in the middle and get ready to go here in this best of 7. Now, the previous matches were only best of 5s, but there's a little more at stake here. So, we up the ante up to 7 rounds. Hopefully we get all 7 all in overtime.
So yeah, we have just looking at the season series between these two teams, rivalry aside, they did meet twice in the regular season, October 26th and November 23rd. So they're actually pretty close together, just about a month separation there towards that latter part of the season. Both matches, though, were taken by Hot, not necessarily by a lot of scoring differential, but it was 13-11 in October and then 17-11 at the end of November there. So Hot the advantageous record in that sense in the rivalry, but Cold, if they're performing at their best, which we saw a lot of earlier on, that any team could take out a higher seeded team here this late in the tournament.
Absolutely. Well, we're into my favorite game within the game called Who's Going to Be the Pre-Match MVP and put the ball in the middle. We got Mr. Venom coming in hot. Will he do it? No, he fakes us out. Will he put it in? He's looking like he wants to. And there it is. Our pre-match MVP goes to Mr. Venom. All right, we got 5 minutes on the clock. We got bronze medal matchup, Hot versus Cold. Take it away, Palador.
All right, so here we go, folks. Welcome to the cast. We have our best of 7 bronze match started. Doesn't get any better than this, well, except for the gold match later on. But that said, this is where you want to be to see these two teams playing for their lives. Let's go.
Now here comes Mr. Venom. Oh, that was close, and Pog cleans it up in the confusion. 1-0. Cold takes an early lead.
Yeah, let's see how Hot's going to react. It's going to be Pebble straight away, taking the early QB, going to the side, maybe looking for passing options. Dark's right next to him, might just go for the full solo here, goes for the dunk, doesn't work out. It's a good clear from Cold. That actually might be going in. Never mind as Aridus, being the 4-press, goes back, good tackle. This could be a counter attack from Mats now. Gets tackled by Plutus. It's going to go into the corner now, goes up high, gets past Venom, it's going to pass it back to Pebbles. This is the nice possession play from Hot so far early into this round. I'm sure they're going to get a goal, get this 1-1. That's a nice high cut to Dark. He might go for a dunk here, good save for Mats, gets bumped by Plutus. Lots of chaos going into the Cold area now. That's going to bounce down.
So will be Xenos now coming away with it, trying to get past Pebbles. Does so, cannot get past the wall of Plutus and Erdis, however. Erdis in the air and does get past Mats for a second. Has teammates in stride. Little high, but still caught by Pebbles. Good catch. Dark now on the recovery. Dark will eye down a reset wisely to Plutus. Plutus on the approach and could not get past the goalkeepers there. A few of them getting in the way. The second attempt, though, good passing play, and wow, he bounced off the low floor there into the high pocket. Great score to even it up.
Absolutely, both teams battling hard. They know what's at stake. Xenos now fires it, tries to hit Mr. Venom, but it takes an unfortunate bounce off the nest. We got Dark trying to pick it up, but Xenos wants it a little more. He fires it over to Mats. Mats gonna flip it up over to himself, but there's Plutus to disrupt that.
Going to be Pebbles now. He's going to reset it back to Plutus. Is going to go for a long stealing cuff. That's going to work out very well for him. He's going to be on Halo now, pressured by Xenos. He's going to pass it to Dark, but intercepted straight away from Venom, who has the pace now. He's looking for passing options. He might just go for the dunk on his own here, and he does. Gets past Pebbles.
Beautiful goal there to put them up by 1. We are halfway through this opening round in the best of 7. QB duties will go ultimately to Plutus now. Gaining some momentum and dodging by the defense. So now a numbers advantage potentially for Hot, and the shot will drop. 2-2.
Tied up back and forth, hot and cold. It's just like playing with the taps while you're showering. Here we go, Xenos bringing that ball to the sky. He's bringing it in to the hot zone. He fires it down. Pebbles, though, sees it. Oh, what a shot from Mats, but it won't go, and it's going to be popped up.
It's going to be Xenos now. He gets better on the ball, but doesn't have enough boost. That's a long shot, and I thought that was going to go in, but it doesn't work out. It's going to be Puck now for possession from Cold. He's going to bounce on the wall and take it to the sky. Drops down and grabs a bit of boost. Liddy gets tackled from Plutus, which still has possession for Cold. He's going to pass it to the side to Matson. And it's going to be Mr. Venom now on the cut. So 1-on-2. Arrows is going to go for the jump. Good tackle from him. Bit of a double commit from Hot there. Might work out for Cold's favour. Doesn't seem like anyone's in the middle though. Bit of chaos. The ball goes into this guy's going to be Pug. Possession for Cold. He's going to go for the dunk, but all the Hot players straight back in defence. Now let's see what Matt's going to do with the ball. Seems like he's struggling to hold it. It's going to be Pebbles on the counter-attack for Hot now. It's going to cut it high to Dark. Dark back to Pebbles. That doesn't work out as it goes into the corner. It's going to be Xenos with possession of the ball now. Very good of how he has possession of the ball. He gets a ton of speed. Straight away, see all the Cold players going to the side, waiting for passing options and passing opportunities. That doesn't work out. It's going to be Aridus on the counter-attack on the side. Got Plutus to support him if he needs it. No Cold players go up yet. And that doesn't work out as Hot get the third goal in this first round.
Well, it took a while to get at it, but a 1-point advantage indeed with the last 45 seconds to go. Pug will take over QB duties now and approach with a bit of speed. Will it be enough to get past Plutus? Not quite, but a beautiful read to Mr. Venom on the pass. Could not get past the defense, though, as they collapse on the ball.
Oh, Plutus fighting for it in the corner. We got 30 seconds to go. Plutus brings it down to the ground. He's going to flip it ahead, looking to spring Pebbles. Pebbles gets it off the bounce. Going to go up high. Now cutting in, fires it across there. Stark shoots. What a save. It's loose in front, and Pug comes away with it. What a stop.
Great clear from Pug, and this is going to be Mr. Venom who goes for the catch, but Plutus says absolutely none of that's going to happen. This could be an open goal here if Pug doesn't get back in time. Time ticks down, and it looks like Hot might win this first round. This is the last opportunity for Cold to attack now. And just about Max is able to get the pass to Pug. Pug, he finds Xenos. Xenos goes for the shot, and it just hits the top of the goal and bounces down. That will be the first round to Hot.
That was a quality look, a quality play. They kept that ball alive and really got right up front in that danger zone of the goal. But unfortunately, the placement a little bit off, trying to evade the goalkeeper and instead hit the top lip, and bounce right out. But gotta love the effort. But for a Hot, if you're a Hot fan, you love the start. They are up 1 on the series. Again, so much more to go.
Signing off and reminding you that
It looks like, okay, that ball's back in the middle. That was in the middle, and then they stopped it. But here we go. Round 2, Hot and Cold. First round went to Hot. And a close one. Let's see if we can turn up the Cold a little bit, or if Hot will continue to reign supreme. Now Mats, he gets tackled off. The ball's going to pop free into the corner, back in. Hot zone, here comes Mr. Venom. He flips it up, but get back is Plutus on that interception.
Plutus go for quite a long ceiling carve. He's very well known for those abilities to do that. He's going to grab a bit of boost, looking for passing option. Dark looks open at the moment. Xenos just shadowing Plutus' movements. He's going to get it to Pebbles. Pebbles might go for a dunk here. No, he's going to go back and reset it to Aridus. It looks like we've got a bit of momentum now. Let's see how Cold will defend this. In just about 30 seconds, they're going to get to Plutus. Doesn't work out. Aridus going to slap it into the middle, but no one's there, it seems.
There will be Plutus, though, somehow coming away from that scrum with a lot of players in tow. A beautiful read, though, from Xenos, able to the ball for a moment. Pug as well, catching it and carrying it to the top, eyeing down a deep pass, but Aridus, well read, tackles out Mats and takes a little boost off of him just as well as the players now speed through that the sewers. Pebbles coming away.
Hey, Pebbles flips it up. Pug gets a hand on it and just flips it into the center. This is some good pressure coming in from Hot. Plutus mishandles it a little bit, but still ends up with possession. He fires it across to Dark, and Mats gets a hand on it. That ball luckily hit part of that nest. Is going to be back in Cold zone, or Hot zone.
Let's see what who's get possession of the ball. Looks like Matt's going to hit it to the middle. Finds Venom. Venom now going around the side, looking for passing options, trying to get a bit of speed. Good tackle from Plutus. As it's going to give him possession of a Hot now. She's going to turn around on the ceiling. He's going to be pressured by Xenos. It looks like he's going to be able to get past him, but no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Never mind. Let's see what Aridus is going to do now on the Halo. He's going to pass it down to Pebbles. Just about catching it. I thought he was going to drop it for a second there. Dark waiting for the cut, possibly. Plutus, though, trying to bump Pug. And that works out perfectly. 2 minutes in, and that'll be the first goal to Hot.
It took a while to get it going, and oftentimes, barring those 5-second scores off a jump ball, it takes a while to break the seal at times. And once you do, however, usually the shots start flowing. We see it going once again, that time coming in from Venom to tie it up. So just like that, right on cue, 1-1, and we are reset again on the score, essentially.
Plutus coming in fast and hot, shoots with Pebbles, taking out Pug. Hot responds in a hurry. They're back up 2-1.
Yeah, I think Cold have recognised what Hot's going to be using the goalie bubble, which is quite well known strat so far in this first season of VRML. Let's see how Cod going to spawn. I think they're going to try and go for a similar tactic, and it does work. They go 2-all with just over 2 minutes left.
See, how about that? It took 2 minutes to get their first score, and then in the last minute, we've gotten 3 more or so. That just incredible pace, changing of pace as the rhythm shifts here. So does Plutus with some clever ceiling carves. I know Juicer calling him out earlier as being a really clever carver, and right now carving up. No, the defense! Too intense from Venom, and Co denying that goal.
Venom now has that. He's working it up. Ooh, hits a nice juke to lose 2. They have the numbers advantage. Matt shoots, and Dark's there with a great save and flips it to the corner.
Looks like Venom's going to have another opportunity for Cold now. Minute 30 left on the clock, and he gets bumped by Dark. He's going to try and get possession of the ball back again, but it doesn't work out. Dark now. He's going to go into Sewer. Let's see where he exits. He's going to go to the other side. He's going to take it high. He might go for a shot here. Plutus already waiting for the goalie to bump him out the way, but both Cold defenders, they know what to do now, sweeping in and clearing out the way. It's going to be back onto the midsection now. It's going to be Aradus now. Aradus bumps. Doesn't work out. Good save for Matson. Here comes the fast-paced action we've all been wanting to see today. Let's see what happens now. It's going to be Pug. Take it to the side. Get past Aradus. Still got possession of the ball. Never mind. It's going to be Dark. Gets tackled again. Literally, you get the ball for not even half a second, and straight away you got someone already trying to tackle you. Let's see, Venom now for Cold.
I want to shout out Mats as well, because Mats has been playing some inspired defense those last plays, really keeping their hopes alive in this round, because they don't want to go down by a pair of points here, on the series that is. So Mats really being an anchor on the defensive end and coming through maybe on the offense as well, able to dislodge the ball, knock it loose, and Xenos coming around, so that clock is winding down. 22 seconds left, a speeding Xenos trying to zero in Mr. Venom. Trying to get past Plutus, gets past Aradus, past Dark, and the Stark contrast as a pass gets past a few players, unable to land in the mark though, in the goal zone. 7 seconds remaining. Jucifer.
Plutus now trying to get that thing. He flips it over to Pebbles. Pebbles fires it over to Dark. Here comes Hot, but no, here comes Cold. Mr. Venom with that interception, but he loses it. Now Pebbles trying to set it up, loses it again. They're jockeying. The excitement of overtime, you can feel it pumping through these robot fades. Ball's going to be loose. They're still battling for it. They're going to reset. Dark fires it back to the back line to Plutus.
It's going to be Plutus now, still in the ceiling. He's going to go for a dunk. Great save from Pug. Then it gets tackled by Pebbles. Chaos now. It's Aradus against Xenos. It's going to be Xenos who gets possession for Cold. Tries to get past Aradus, but he's read his juking skills. Let's see Pug now for Cold. He's going to take it high. You've got Venom on the side. You maybe asking for the ball after for a late cut. You've got Mats on the other side as well. You've got Xenos as well. He might go for a shot, but that doesn't work out. Could be a different opportunity for Cold, but no, it's going to bounce down. Let's see he gets possession. I say hot, cold, hot, cold. It's like me trying to figure out what's the good temperature for the shower. Let's go. It's going to be Matson now. Going to be the Pug. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to take it high. He's got a bit of boost to use. Venom now trying to move forward, looking for a passing opportunity. Both hot players jumping. Could be a rebound here. Doesn't work out.
Matt's now trying to pick up the ball there for Cold. A big play ahead and to go ahead, but no, dropping the ball to Pebbles. Pebbles will have it taken away by Xenos. Pebbles right back at them, trying to tap, but misses the mark. So now a 3-on-1 advantage, potentially, if they can get this ball going. Back into the goal is Matt Koning, but it's Pebbles losing the ball now to Pug. Pug causing some separation and waiting for a player, waiting for teammates to get into position. The swarming defense now on a mission to deny all the offense in the zone. Still yet though, it's Xenos moving in on this play. We're nearing that 2-minute mark in this overtime, and neither team can find a lot of space in this place, Jucifer.
No, sir, they're battling hard. Here comes Plutus. He gets underneath one. He's trying to get away from Xenos. Plutus with some speed takes to the sky, flips it up, but the defensive Cold is too much, and they stand tall. As Mr. Venom brings that up into the sewers, he's going to lose it, and it's going to be picked up by Mats.
It's going to be Mats now, trying to go for Cold. It's going to be Xenos now. Ball goes into, let's see who's going to get it. Going to be Pebbles who slaps it down for Plutus, who isn't able to catch the ball, and Xenos now able to tackle it. This could be an opportunity for Cole now to get a goal. It's been 2.5 minutes in overtime in this second round. Lots of action happening so far into this kind of ticket into the grand final against TTT. Let's see what Pebbles is going to do. Try passes it, but it doesn't work out.
Can you believe we're only in the second round and we already have an intense matchup like this going on? Tied up, locked up. Matt Skoning as well, locked up by the defense, enabling Dark and Co to get an advantage. Moving in, here comes the cavalry. There's Dark, and can it be? Yes! Right through the canopies of the defenders, and it will be hot in 2. They had to work hard for it though.
I think straight away we're going to go into this third round now as Cole, they want to continue, try fight it back, and they want to get a comeback going. It's currently 2-0 into the series for Hot. You've got to remember this is a best of 7, so you've got to win 4 rounds to advance to the next round. And Xenon straight away proving a statement that he's just going to tuck in that ball, just put it straight to goodnight into that Hot goal. I'm sure Hot going to try to do the same thing as Pluto straight away. Tries to do the same as Xenos, but doesn't work out. It's going to be Pebbles now. He's going to take it to the sky, looking for passing options. It looks only Plutus is up there currently. He's going to be able to get past one of the Cold defenders, maybe another one. He's going to go for a rebound attempt, and that works out as Dark finds the rebound goal.
Those rebound attempts will be met with great contempt if you're a defender. So tough to do that. Defend it once and then having to watch out for that rebound and play a player flying in, just as Xenos does there. Beautiful save, but there's that rebound again. Mr. Venom not giving up on the play, chasing the ball down for the return goal.
Man, here we are, a minute in, and we have 3 points on the board. These players going all out. Plutus gets tackled by Xenos by the toes. Mr. Venom picks it up, but he bobbles it. It goes right back to Xenos, who fires it over to Mr. Venom, who shoots and he puts it in. 3-1, Cole leads.
Cole proving a statement now, I would say that the ball is just like curling all over the place. It's literally Cole just passing it left, right, centre, and straight into the goal. I think they've got the momentum going now. As I say that, Hart just say, nope, our momentum now. Let's see, can Cold do a double shutdown, break the momentum on both sides? It's going to be Xenos who takes it. Got a bit of time before he gets tackled from any of the Hot players, but Hot, they know how to defend against this player.
See, these are the ebbs and flows of a game like Orion Drift, where you have minutes at a time of nothing in terms of scoring, and then sometimes it's like this, where you have 5 points combined in 3 minutes, maybe another one about to go down there. So really, the personality can shift on a dime, and these players, it's just a constant give and take of adjustments and minute changes in the game. As right now, some loose change found by Dark, etc., to tie it up at 3 apiece. What a comeback for them.
There we go. We're all clipping those farms today. Plutus gonna slap at that ball. It's gonna bounce down. Xenos picks it up. Xenos seems to have another gear of speed in this round. Pebbles fires it up. It goes right to the hands of Pug. He's threatening. He fires it across to Mats. Mats over to Pug. He shoots. He scores. Cole retakes the lead. 4-3.
I can't believe my optical sensors.
That's the 7th goal in this third round now. Very goal-heavy round. Both teams want to be very offensive. I think it's a question now, which team can break the other's team attack. Let's see now. It's a long reset. Goes all the way back to Aradus. He's going to find Dark. He's going to take it high. Aradus going forward now. Pluto's on the other side. He gets tackled out of nowhere in Xenos. Tries to go for a shot, but Pebbles able to take it for Hot again. He's going to go to the ceiling. Gets goalie bumps. And that works out perfectly. We've got just under 2 minutes left, and that's 8 goals in this third round.
All is fair in love and war, and these teams are at war. Those goalie bumps disliked, but you know what? Highly effective at times. So we see there, Xenos now right on time with the ball, but gets assaulted by 3 different defenders. Matt Skoning still picks it up, sends it right to Venom. Well communicated and perfect placement as well. Sailing softly for a 1-point lead.
And there we go. Our 9th goal of the round, and we're still going. We got over a minute to go. Pebbles bringing that ball back the other way. Cuts into the zone, gets tackled off, and there's some defense. Now, Pebbles gets that ball off the wall, tries crossing it back. Here comes Pussy, shoots, but Mats with the save. Dark can't get it to go. Man, there's a cover on that goal right now.
Pug doing what Cold needed to do right there. Great save. It's going to be a counter-attack for Cold now, as the pressure gets absolutely crazy with just under a minute left. That's a long pass to Dark. Straight away though, Cold rotating back very quickly, making sure that no open goal opportunity will be there for Hot. This is going to go into the corner now. It's going to be Venom who's going to take it high. Tackle by Dark. Good tackle from him. He's going to pass it now towards the middle to Plutus. That's going to bounce into the main ring though. This could be a goal, but no, it just bounces a little high. It's going to be Pebbles now. Good pressure by Matt Skoning. Pebbles going to have to force it clear. It's going to go to Xenos' hands. A few 50s going on. It seems like Cold will slap it away for Cold possession.
And an important possession indeed. Mr. Venom, 2 defenders in the danger zone, but somehow evades them for a moment. Getting lost there into the sewers. Plutus takes it away. Passing play. Pebbles. Oh, getting stopped, halted, and the momentum. And could it be indeed a Cold victory in this third round? And so guaranteeing that we will see at least 5. So that will be an incredible return there. And what a pace, Jucifer, on that last round. I mean, what was it, 9 combined points? Craziness.
Man, it shows those newer teams out there, maybe the ones that weren't in this playoff thing, what it takes to be at the top level. It takes that ability to play round after round after round. I know over on the NA side, Ignite, man, when they scrim, they're scrimming for at least an hour at a time. So it's what it takes. But it sounds like that ball is back in the middle. Let's go. Round 4 coming your way in this best of 7.
The starting buzzer echoes through the arena.
It's going to be straight away Xenos. He might go for the early goal again as he did last round. That's going to hit the bar. Venom's going to go for it instead. And out of nowhere, he just gets, just like a rocket, just flies in there and just dunks straight into the hot goal. Dark now, going to try to do the exact same as Cold just did. But all the Cold players back. That's going to be a long clear. Xenos going to get possession. Really good catch from him. Going to go for a ceiling carve. Tries to get past few of the Hot defenders. He's able to get it past Pug. There's 3 defenders on Pug. Is that an overcommit or a new strategy?
We shall see what the case is. I mean, they are being very aggressive indeed. Xenos comes away with the ball, has Venom in that reliable location, always hanging around that bridge, the halo. But Xenos now retaining possession of the ball, tries to send it leftwards to Mr. Venom. Once again, in that same general area, good spacing from them. But that ball just being tapped all over by both teams, not able to hang on all too long.
Pug now loses that ball in the corner. Dark's going to try to swing it around. Met by Mats, but it ends up in the hands of Pebbles. Pebbles now coming away up on the corner of the halo. Coming in, fires it over to Fishy. Fishy, oh, gets knocked off. It goes to Pebbles, but that ball will be spanked out by Pug.
It's going to be Dark now. He's going to try to get possession. He's going to let Fishy take over instead as he gets tackled by Xenos. This goes into the sewer. Nice movement from Fishy. He's going to let Hot get back to their side of the ball possession. Dark now going to the side. However, that pass gets intercepted by Pug. He's going to be Pug to Xenos into the corner. That's going to hit into the middle. Any Cold players? No, there isn't. But Pug now, another opportunity for Cold. He's going to pass it towards Venom. Venom looking for Masconi maybe. Yes, he does. Pug on the ground. But it's going to be Venom there for another chance. Fishy not able to react fast enough to get the save. And just like last round, only a few goals in the first few minutes. But now we might see a change of pace.
Indeed, and very fortunate for what was a Venom. That ball came right towards him after otherwise good defense from Hot. Hot now trying to convert it into some offense on the other side. There's Plutus as well as Pebbles. Plutus with the ball. Dribbles it through a few players, attempts to find Dark, but instead that will be a ball sailing into no man's land as Xenos does get regain control. Cold on this approach, up by 2 already. I saw chat a little while ago talking about the potential for reverse sweep of sorts, as right now they are looking good for it. Maybe even with another score there, but unable to get it through.
That was a great save there by Fishy. Now Mr. Venom getting hassled by Pebbles. Pebbles trying to get away. Number 67, Robot, fires it down to Fishy. Fishy on the run, coming in, looking for a pass option, and will be denied by Mats, and Xenos will fire it back into Hot Zone.
I mean, Pebbles now in possession for Hot. He's going to take it to the side, pressured by a few Cold players, able to get past all of them, maybe. Dark now doesn't work out, isn't able to go for a shot. All the Cold players rotating very quickly. We've got a minute 45 left. Cold up by 2 in this 4th round. And a long pass is able to get to Maxconing. Maxconing going to take it to the sky, going for the ceiling card. Venom is an option. He might just go for the dunk. That doesn't work out. It's going to be Fisher with possession now for passing options. Going to take it to the side where Dark is. Dark now on his own, it seems. He's able to get past 1 or 2 defenders on the Cold side, but the boost management doesn't work out for him.
You always tough being caught out like that. You just feel so helpless. Right now, though, Fishy gonna help himself to a beautiful shot right on the top shelf above Pug.
That's exactly what Hot needed. We got a minute left. They cut that lead to just 1. Xenos, though, gonna look to bring Answer back quick. He shoots and he gets it right back with Bats, giving that goalie some of the business. Cold back up by 2.
Yeah, Xenos straight away taking the ball. He went to the market of his own goal and went straight back home to the Hot goal and just put it straight in there. And a mistake from Hot literally could have cost them a goal. It's going to be down to the final 30 seconds, and Hot still have an opportunity to score. They're still up by 2, and time ticks down as Hot would really like to get this round over and done with, and hopefully they'll win it. But as I say that, Pug, he doesn't care for Hot. He's going to help Cold out. And with the time running out, it doesn't seem like there's any mathematical opportunity for Hot to get a comeback on this round. And we'll go 2-2 in the series. And the final 10 seconds go down. I'm sure Hot want to prove they can still score, and they can. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the 4th round.
What a stark contrast here we're seeing, and I think you can really feel that tangible shift in momentum occurring there. Indeed, a semi-reverse sweep, because again, it is a best of 7, so nonetheless, Hot taking the first 2 and Cold taking the last 2. So we are going on to a round 5 here soon. Chat, no doubt excited about that. A lot of people lighting up the chat, over 100 there. Great to see people interacting, reacting. Shout out to you guys, Thomas Martini and Lo, Axa, and Mr. Bear as well. Don't mean to be a bad news bear, rawr. But I got some good news, actually. We're going into round 5. Here we go.
Plutus has that ball. He's coming in. He has to take it wide. Now hits the ceiling carve, hits the second one, brings it down, flips it over to Pebbles. Pebbles coming in from the sky, kind of drifting a little bit, now comes down, shoots, and Pug's there for the stop, and he's going to come away with that ball.
Let's see, it's going to be Pasconing now. He's going to get possession, but that doesn't really work out. It's going to be Pug now. He gets bumped by some of the Hot players, and a 50 that works out on Cold's side, and Xenos going to slow down the pace just a little bit. Trying to let his teammates go up, giving him time for passing options. He's going to take it low. He might just go for the solo. Doesn't work out as the Hot defenders, they're everywhere.
Pebbles now finding a defender right on their feet. That was Mr. Venom able to swipe the ball and now cause a play going the opposite way. Pug with Xenos in tow, getting a little separation. Xenos decided to take it for himself. Pug, meanwhile, in position for that pass. You see the intention, but Arius is there to reject it. Plutus from up above now to Pebbles and back the opposite way.
Dark now with some speed, working it into the zone. Pug's back there at goal, but this defense helps him out with a big tackle. The big A fires out across the Dark, coming back, flips it back. Here's Pebbles, and denied by Pug.
Let's see now, it's going to be another opportunity for Hot now with Pebbles. Just going to grab some boost and reset it to Aridus. No, it's going to reset it to Plutus, who's got tons of speed on the side now. Not being pressured to him for the Cold players yet. He might just go for the dunk, and that really works out. Though he's got another opportunity. The goal's just completely open for him. That's going to be the first goal for Hot in this 5th round.
Well, definitely can't do that. Those are the type of mistakes that can be so very costly in matchups where those little punishments can result in the results later on. Could make a big difference in them. So leaving that open goal for a split second being taken full advantage of. Now it's going to be Pug and Cold on the heels trying to make a good deal of it and tie it up again just to wipe away the mistakes of yesterminute.
And it's still here in the hot zone. They're having problems getting it out. Let's see if Herodus can. He looks to spring Plutus. Plutus now finds an opening. He's working it wide. He cuts in towards the middle. Still up on that halo. He's going to stop and come back the other way. He has Pebbles over to his right. And, oh, not sure what happened there, but Matt's going the other way. Matt flips it into the center. Here comes Mr. Venom. Trying to juke in, but that's good defense there from Hot.
Let's see Plutus now. He's going to hold on to the ball like his favorite pillow. Let's see now. Going to take possession with it. Going for a long pass. It gets it to Dark. One-time pass. Nearly gets it to Pebbles, but a good block from Venom. Going to be enough opportunity for Hot now. And that nearly works out, but still, ball goes into the middle. It might be enough opportunity for Pebbles. Mistimes the catch. Let's see what happens now. Another open goal. And that's going to double Hot's lead in this round. Just under 2 minutes left. Maybe Cold might have to start getting the alarm bells out.
Yeah, doubling the lead and certainly a double whammy just to go against you. Not what you want to see twice. That's deja vu in the worst of ways. And one nice play to get him on the board, at least now cutting it lead in half. So exactly what the doctor ordered, but for Cole, definitely needing to tighten up a little bit. Getting too antsy to leave the goal, and it's costed them those pair of points.
Pebbles now bringing that into the cold zone. Ball pops free. Ooh, luckily Pug was there. He now springs that outlet pass to Xenos. Xenos coming down, gets by two. He holds, he shoots off the post, and he'll hippopotamus.
Yes, and Hot straight away, they want to get a counter-attack. They want to make sure they get a 2-point lead going into this final minute. And Dark's going to get past one defender. He's going to give it to Pebbles. Pebbles going for a shot. And an unfortunate mistake by Pug is going to let Hot get that third goal they need. Let's see, can Cole get a comeback?
And also, as always, is a question too. Cole came out of that 6-7 round series a while ago, and endurance always a factor. So letting off the pedal a little bit, and Hot is not a team that you want to do it against. They've been dominant this season, and so far so good in this 5th round.
We got a battle in the sewer. Here comes Herodus. Herodus shoots. Matt's there for a save. We got 30 seconds to go. They're battling hard. Here comes Pebbles looking for some more. He's going to fire it back. Reset 2. Herodus, who brings that in. He's not working it in. Oh, but Matt's, his defense is second to none. Matt's working it down. He's on a fast break. He jukes, he jumps, he shoots, and it trickles in. Hot goes up. 3-2.
Yeah, Matt's on a 1-on-1 there. He's able to wrap the ball around the keeper there, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be enough time for Cole to get another goal. Pebble is just going to put the ball onto the ground, and that's going to finish the 5th round. And this is series points for Hot now. If they win this next round, they'll have a 1-on-1 dance with TTT in the grand finals.
Well, credit to Hot because they dropped 2 rounds in a row to Cold. That's tough to come back from at all, so they needed it. If they had gone down 3 in a row to Cold, I don't think they would have come back in the 4th, but at least this gives them the chance. At least brings the battle line back in their favor, back more towards the center, and that they could reset, have a little more confidence and momentum going into this potentially final round. We'll see how Cold adjusts now as well on their side of the floor.
I think there's a little confusion here, as one team is no longer in the arena.
That is indeed confusing.
Not sure exactly what's going on. All of Hot has seemed to have left. Hopefully they know it's a best of 7.
Yeah, I believe there was a few messages before today that did remind that these final 2 games, this one and the next one, would be best of 7, so they were notified before. Could be that they might be having a few technical issues or getting a few substitutes in for this next round. Hopefully, we get the players in coming soon.
Looks like they're coming back. I think it's it's one of those cases where the match has been so intense, and we've had some of the times as well. It feels like they played some rounds, so maybe that's the deal. Nonetheless, though, this is the start of the round. They got back in order in a hurry, so false alarm. And Cold on the first offense. All right, getting started with that opening point. That was a Matt Skonek.
All right, now Pebbles already down a goal. They have. If they win this round, though, they advance on, so they're going to want to end it here. Pebbles coming in fast and hot. Goes up to the sky, comes down, shoots, and puts it in. Goes. Hot. Ties it up. 1-1 with Cold.
Ball plays back into the arena now. Xenos now. Let's see if he's going to be real quirky about how he can move around these hot defenders. And he does perfectly. And that's going to be an advantage for Cold now. I think it's going to be one of these rounds where we're going to get goals left, right, centre. Let's see how Pebbles will react.
All right, Pebbles really scooting by a lot of players with some incredible velocity, but not buying themselves a goal. Fishy able to send the goal backwards, the ball backwards rather, to the teammates. Plutus contesting with Xenos over by the bridge, going high and low. Some trolls under that bridge at the moment. Trying to solve this riddle of how to control the ball. At the moment, Mr. Venom doling out the damage and doling out the ball to Xenos in the midfield. Xenos with some separation from the sky. Up to the halo, to the logo. Oh, backwards past the pug. I like it. Style from a mile, but will not get the goal. A highlight almost there, Juice.
Pebbles now trying to get away. Good pressure there from Cold. But they're going to hit that outlet pass wide. Big A's there in the area, but he gets met by Xenos. Xenos, again, seems to have an extra gear on that speed tonight. Xenos pops up. He shoots off the too high, and Pebbles will clear that over to Plutus.
Yeah, Plutus now taking to the ceiling again. This is where he thrives, but he does get struggled. Xenos now, good pressure by him as this goes into the hot corner now, and Pebbles just gonna quickly clear it away. That bounce though doesn't really help them out. Let's see now, Pug. He's got possession for Cold now. Taking to the side, get past Fishy. A long cut to Xenos. Xenos might go for a ceiling half and a dunk here. Let's see what he does. He does, and that's an amazing save by Pebbles. And once again, Hot. Not Hot, Cold. You're gonna go for it. But once again, Hot. You defend well.
Pebbles rocking it around the rim there, able to secure that ball, secure the save, and now trying to get back into play, but a big steal coming in from Xenos. Now dribbling up the floor with some speed, head onto the goalie, easy does it. They go up by 2. Goal coming back in this 6th round.
Now Pebbles down by 2 goals. Bring that ball up, goes over top of the halo, gonna carve in, long carve. Hitting that 360, now coming in, shoots, and it's stopped by Mr. Venom. Pebbles has to reset it back, and it's going to go into the hands of Pug. He's going to slow down a little bit, and let his players get downfield.
Yeah, he's going to just keep holding for a little bit. Going to try and go for a pass that doesn't really work out, and it's going to be a vital mistake that's going to give Hot a nice open opportunity. Aaron just goes to the goalie bump, and that strategy works out perfectly as that goes directly into the bottom left corner. However, Hot are still up by 1 with 1:30 left in this 6th round. Will we go to round 7?
And we're back.
That shot was certainly what the doctor ordered for Hot. All the meanwhile, Venom has some hot shoes on, and chooses to shoot it right below all the defenders. Took them all on from coast to coast, right into the goal. Full confidence, some offensive dominance, up by 2.
Cole keeping that 2-goal advantage. Making Hot work for it here. They won a round 7. Here comes Dark, shoots at Mr. Venom with a good stop. Not even letting it get back to Pug. And it's going to be flipped back over to Big A. Big A hits a juke with some speed coming out of the sewers. Juke and jab it going up, throws it up, and again, Cold defense is just too cold.
Yeah, Muscoding now, a long clear to the side, perfectly where you want to place it to reset the play, but Plutus though, going to get possession of the Heart. He looks like he's got a bit of speed, he's going to go through sewer, takes it to the side though. Let's see what he's going to do this time. Arrow just waiting for the goalie bump, he's going to cut it into the pebbles, he's on net. See what he's going to do this time, he's going to go for a crazy shot, and that works out very well. And we've got just about 20 seconds left on the clock. Cold still up by 1, let's see how they're going to finish this game off.
Oh, what a beautiful play that was, going around and around like a carousel. Did not sell, instead bought a great highlight play. With that said, 5 seconds left and 4 on 3 on the board. It's just a matter of control for Cold for a few more. There's Pug whirling, twirling, and they will be hurling that ball to the floor, securing this round, guaranteeing now we do in fact go to that coveted 7. The script is on, Juice. The script is on.
Absolutely. Those script writers deserve a little extra bonus, but what they didn't account for was these players eagerness to start. We're heading back. Let's go. Round 7, fellas. Oh, boy.
And we are underway.
All right, well, with neutral launch, it's Plutus in a hurry. Could not on that with the second attempt from Eridus Shao.
Now we got Xenos bringing that ball up quick. Coming in from the wing, shoots. Oh, Mr. Venom was in that goal, but the ball was a little high. Matt shoots, but there's Eridus staring it the other way, looking to spring Plutus, but can't quite find him.
Gonna be poking out for possession for Cole. He's gonna drag it down a little bit, trying to use just as much boost as he has. Matt's on the left, Xenos on the right. He's gonna receive the pass, gonna get past Aridus. Good jukes from him. It's gonna be a 1-on-2. A great save from the hot goalies. It's gonna be dark now. 4 minutes left on the clock in this final round. Winner goes to the grand finals against TTT. It's gonna drop down now. Pebbles, who finds Plutus. Plutus is gonna go for a ceiling carve, turns around, does a full 360. He's gonna find Pebbles on the side, and a passing pass straight to the middle of the goal. That's gonna double Hawk's lead.
Pass was sick, and that was classic. I love to see those kind of plays, putting on moves at a maze, whirling, and then finding teammates for the easier, higher percentage goal. You love to see it. Matt Skoning doesn't love to see that. Darks takes the ball away for them. 2 up for Hot, and they are picking up that heat indeed in the latest of times and the most opportune of times. Venom needs to close it off and cauterize this wound, stop the bleeding, because they don't have a lot of time to work with in these 5-minute running clocks.
Pug now. Oh, he bobbles it a little bit. It's going to go down. Dark picks it up, trying to make him pay, but Pug regathers it and then gets some business from Dark. Xenos, meanwhile, eye on the ball, trying to work it around. Oh, no, he gives it up. Here comes the big A, working it into cold zone. He shoots, and that's a good stop there from Mats.
Pebbles now is going to try dunk it into the cold net, and that's just going to hit the post to the side. It's going to be another opportunity now as Plutus has possession for Hot. He's going to go for a shot here. An amazing save from Venom. That might just keep Cold in this round. It's going to go into the corner, and here we go again. Hot with another opportunity. Great tackle from Xenos. Venom. Oh, this could be a goal. And after all of that, it works out in Hot's favour.
Indeed, despite all that concentration expended on the defense, they did well for a while, but then giving up that open goal, just slightly open door, but that's just enough for the score coming in from Hot. They are feeling great. Less than 2 minutes remaining, or almost 2 minutes remaining rather, as a big play here needing to happen for Cold to stay alive. Any score will do. Make it happen some way, somehow, but they need to make it happen soon.
Now we're fighting for it in the corner. No one really wants it. Plutus seems to want it. He's going to throw it down. It's going to go into the hands of Pug. Pug now circling around under the sewer, trying to get away. Takes a big knuckle sandwich from Dark, who picks up that ball, trying to work it in. Has Big A running some distraction. And Dark will be denied by the Cold defense.
Long clear, gets back for Plutus, possession for Hot. Good tackle from Matskoning. Let's see who's getting possession of the ball. It could be Xenos, could be anyone. Seems like Hot will get possession. It's going to be Plutus now. It's going to drop low, get past one defender. Doesn't get past Matskoning again though. Let's see. It's going to go to the side. Looks like Venom's going to have it for Cold. A goal would really help them out as the goal's open. And that's exactly what they need. They need 2 goals with 1:10 to go. Can they do it?
Time is now, if that is the case, to make something special happen, because they've only got about 60 seconds. Pebbles coming in fast though, the defense needing to aggress, and they do just enough to bother Plutus here. Actually, no, Plutus getting a little bit of a boost, bouncing high off the lip of the goalpost as Matt Skoning takes it and secures the ball over to Venom and Pug. 46 seconds left, a tap pass over, one tap back to Pug, mistimed, but a retrieval from Xenos still keeps them alive for the moment, but definitely can feel that panic in the air as they will shoot from above and score to still keep their hopes alive by a narrow hair.
The narrowest of hairs. They're going to have to put in work. Meanwhile, Hot trying to kill some of this clock. Plutus, though, doing a good job, being evasive here. Up on the halo. Now he's going to fire it across. Mr. Venom gets that interception. Here comes Mr. Venom. He's coming in hot. He shoots. He ties it up. Let's go with 10 seconds to go. Oh, man.
We go into overtime. Let's see what happens now. Pebbles, let's see. Can he get hot?
Yes, he does. On the buzzer.
Oh my goodness. Well, viva la vida. That was a cold play going against them hot. They got the stuff. And in a 7-round banger of a match, we got ourselves a victor. And they have to go and do it once again in the upper brackets. I'm sorry, guys. But wow, what a match that was. Crazy.
Absolutely unbelievable. Wow. If the finals is half as hype as that, we're all in for a treat. What, got any final notes for us on this one there, Mr. Ebro?
We were in for a treat. We were given a treat. Absolutely. I'm just amazed on the action we've seen, and that's just the lower bracket final. And like you said, if that's the sort of action we're getting into the grand finals against TTT, this is going to be a rematch as well. It's going to be hot on TTT. We see them already once today, and TTT did beat them 3-0 in the series. However, I think now this is the time for Hot to prove that they can be champions of Europe.
I just want to throw it out to the YouTube chat there, reminding everyone to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I see them popping off there in those final moments of that round. A lot of excitement, a lot of heartache as well from the crowd, thinking that a comeback was real, and it almost was. But love to see the people cheering the teams on, and that's what it's all about. But they put their everything on the line. So I got to hand it to those players. Although, that will be the end of the season for Cold. Very well played from them. Hot now need to just keep that streak alive going up into the uppers.
Yes, sir. Well, that's going to do it for this one. We're going to head to a little bit of an intermission while we get the two teams ready to go. Because coming up next is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the Grande Finale coming your way, so don't go too far, because we're coming back with the finals conclusions of the European Season 1 here on VRML Network.
goes for the goal and sinks it in.
It's not easy to maintain ball control and move like these guys are moving.
I love to see teams evolve their gameplay.
I'm the one saying nope, it ain't going deep. That's it.
For that pass cross, hits out forward. Over to Pinata, who puts it in the goal. This is what we see out of our players. This is the VR Master League Orion Drift.
Welcome back, everybody, to Orion Drift's Season 1 EU Grand Finals. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm joined by my desk, Jucifer and Ebro, and we are ready and prepared for the Grand Finals of Season 1. We're here, Juice, to crown a champion this afternoon.
Absolutely, these players have battled hard, not just all season, but for the last few weekends. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for, so I hope you're ready, because I know I am, to crown an EU champion!
Oh yeah, I'm hyped up. Ebro, it's always great to have the experience of the EU on the desk. I want to know your thoughts. Did you anticipate Hot versus TTT as the grand finals for Season 1 when you were going through the regular season?
Looking at this regular season, I think the match we just watched of Hot versus Cold, I think it would have been either one of those teams against TTT. But if you look at the regular season stats and the actual rankings, you kind of question yourself, why is this team ranked 6th and not the 1st? Because we've seen earlier today, we've seen this TTT versus Hot. That was only a best of 5, but TTT definitely seemed like the better team. And this grand finals is much harder for Hot, because today, yes, they've got to win one best of 7. Oh no, they don't. There's a bracket reset. They've got to win 2 best of 7s, and that is probably one of the hardest things you can ever do, especially with the pressure for COP. It's going to be a tough one. I'm really excited to see what actually happens today. I think all the players are just getting ready now as they want to get straight into the action, and I'm sure for everyone at home, you're all excited as well.
Yeah, we'll get everybody lined up here as we do get ready for team intros, but I do want to shout out everyone tuning in, stopping by, and hanging out. We do really appreciate you all tuning in this afternoon for what has been a long day and tuning in for all season. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, come back for future seasons, for other leagues, postseason starting in January for other leagues that are really going to be exciting to tune into. But overall, we really do appreciate you. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Juice, we have players in the lobby. Can we wrangle them into a line to do these team intros? Let's see if they will. Let's see if we can get the players lined up here so that they can get their team intros going.
Ebro, do you have comms open? Can you just announce to the players to line up here so we can get some player intros? Because I'm ready. I'm ready. Ooh, I woke up this morning and I picked W, so we're ready to see who is going to secure that bag and come home as Season 1 champions.
Yeah, we'll try and radio into them. Hey, can you guys line up and get ready for team intros? Because we are ready here on the caster desk. We just need you guys to line up, and then we will do them. I don't know if they can hear me.
Hopefully my mic is working. If you can hear me, come to the middle as we do player introductions. I don't know if they heard that. Let's see if it does work. I don't think they care for it. I think they want to put the ball straight into the middle.
They did. Okay, let's go. Round number 1 coming your way. We got Hot. We got TTT. Let's get ready to go here on the VRML network.
They've had enough team intros, Juice. They've been through this already a couple of times today. Both teams eager to get into a best-of-7 series, a grand finals, to determine who is the best team in the EU region for Season 1. As we do get into it, TTT maintaining possession for the most part with some good pass work, something that we've seen stand out from this team so far today as that shot goes just a touch wide. The man-on-man defense forcing error as Gublin scoops up the rebound.
Gublin now attacking for the TTT side. This is the first attack, but straight away Plutus, a great tackle from him, as Hot's going to have a counter-attack opportunity. HVT, good tackle from him, one of the newer members on TTT by the end of this season. Let's see now, once again, Plutus for Hot. He's going for a long pass to Dark, but he isn't there to receive the ball.
Now we got to fight for it here in the corner, and Pesky's going to pick it up. These players are lucky I don't know their national anthems, so you guys would have had to set through all those. Now Aridus, he's trying to work that up. HVT gets that ball. He's working it into the hot zone, into the open goal. The goalie taken out. TTT goes up 1-0.
Appreciate everyone tuning in and providing feedback actively as we do get things sorted there. As Pebbles scoops up the ball on the back line, gets tackled off the offensive joust, and that's going to disrupt things severely for the rollout from Hot. They're going to get shut down, and TTT are going to get some early momentum here with a quick 2 points on the board. It's not looking good, Ebro.
Yes, absolutely. Hot, you know, they've already got a lot of pressure on them already, being the underdog in this game. Let's see how they respond. I'm sure they want to get a goal in this first round. And an amazing dunk by Plutus. Goes for the double ceiling. Just absolutely carving all over the place, and they just dunk straight into it. Let's see how TTT respond.
Here comes Captain Gublin. Ooh, he gets caught by Captain Plutus. Pebbles takes it the other way. Pebbles throws it in, and there we go. We're tied up at 2. Things are looking up for Hot.
It's the EU Grand Finals, folks. We are kicking it off with a race to 4 points, 2.5 minutes into the series. Round number 1, tied 2-2 as Gublin comes flying in from the sewers, and Plutus on the back line with a big fumble. A tackle disrupts the offensive joust, and we vie for ball control in the midfield.
Gonna be Dark now in the ceiling, gonna cut it towards Pebbles. Isn't able to receive the ball now. It's gonna be TTT on the counter. It's going to go to the middle. He's got a bit of boost to use. Look for passing options. Going to get it to Pesky. That's a good intercept from Pebbles. Goes for the long shot. Gublin though is the 4th man. Already back. It's a 1-on-2. Can he get past 1? No, he doesn't. A shot by Pesky goes wide. Another opportunity for him. 2 defenders. Good from Hot. Let's see now. It's going to go back into the TTT corner. It's going to be Dubs of possession. He's going to take the full boost in the corner. Pressured by 1. He's able to get past 1. He takes it to the ceiling. Let's see what he's going to do. Goes low. He's going to get past another one. And a tackle from behind works perfectly. However, it's going to be Pesky for TTT. Takes it to the sky. He might go for the dunk. It's going to be the 3rd goal, possibly. No, as it goes wide. And a great save from Pebbles.
Plutus is going to launch that up. It goes into the hands of Dark. Dark, bringing that ball in. It bounces free, and here comes Dub, taking it the other way. He's looking around. He's going to look to feed the Gublin. Gublin now keeping it on that top shelf. He cuts in. He holds it. He fires, and it goes off the post and into Dark's hands.
You can see the tackle on the back line there trying to disrupt the goalie and force that open goal, but the shot just didn't connect at the end of the day. So Dark on the rebound, tries to fire it in, and Pesky stand out in the goal, denies the ball entry, and they fumble around. A bit of an intercept. Pebbles takes the shot, and HVT from nowhere scoops up the ball just in time, and they go back onto the attack on TTT's side.
Gublin taking possession now. It's going to take it to the side, and he just sends Aridus to the shop. He sends another Hot defender to the shop. A cut to Dubs. He might go for a shot here, and yes, he does. A great play from Gublin. Pass to Dubs, and a nice goal. 40 seconds on the clock.
There we go. 40 seconds to go. Down by 1. Plutus looking for that tying goal. Chaining those cars, going to get knocked off. It goes into the hands of Pesky. Pebbles ends up with it. We got 30 seconds to go. Gublin now gets it over to his homie Dubs, but Dubs gets tackled from behind from Plutus.
Yeah, Plutus with a great interrupt there, scrambling off of what was the shot attempts to disrupt that. And a big intercept from Dark as the clock ticks down, 15 seconds. They can't afford an open goal to connect like that. What a reaction, what a slap. That puts the nail in the coffin for round 1 in this best of 7 in the grand finals. Hot, not going to come out early with a round win, and TTT set things off in a good motion for them. The thing that's dangerous here, especially if you're hot, is that if TTT get on a roll, if TTT win this first best of 7, because there could be 2, then you're done. That's it. That's the grand finals. TTT crowned champion. If they win this best of 7, they've got it. If Hot win here, we have a bracket reset. Another best of 7 has to be played. So it would have been nice to get round 1 momentum going, because this is just the beginning of what needs to be at least 8-1 rounds overall against this TTT squad right now. So either way, you know, Hot here has a long road ahead of them now, with round 1 going to TTT. As we dive into round 2, let's see what happens.
And we're live.
It's going to be early possession for nobody currently, as Gubin's going to be a bit stuck, and it's going to work out in Hot's favour. As I say that, they're just going to dunk it straight in, goes through the middle, dark. That's going to be an early goal they certainly need if they want to get a comeback going in this first series.
Gublin now finds himself down for the first time in this match. He's going to go for another lap. Just building that speed up. Now he cuts down to the trenches. Trying to sneak it in from that ground floor. He cuts in. The ball pops loose. He's going to bounce off that back wall. And Aridus is going to get that spank down to the other side.
You know, clearing the ball is an art that we don't highlight enough. I feel like it's hard to get it out of your zone sometimes, and that was a really good slap when the ball was certainly in a dangerous position in front of their zone. So a nice clear that slows things down, forces what is a reset here from TTT, and that might be bad news, as that ends up enabling them to connect with some wonderful passing, and Pesky follows it in for a goal. There was even a disconnect there, so the 3v1 went to a 2v1, and fortunately enough, the ball finds its way through, but it's a tie game now, as we're 1-1.
Boost is now taken to the side, gets past one TTT defender, he's going to cut it into Dark. Good save from TTT, his Dubs now is going to try to clear it away. Pressured by Dark again, Aridus coming up high, he's on the backboard, this time he's going to pass it to Pebbles, and a good save again from TTT. This is absolute mania in this TTT area. Dark now is going to pass it low, no one's able to receive that, that's going to bounce on Nest. This could be a mistake that costs TTT. Thankfully, it goes to the corner for them. Let's see how Pest is going to go on the counter attack. He takes it to the sky. He's going to drop down. He's got teammates behind him. Teammates to the side. He gets past 1. Gets past 2. It's a 1-on-1. He's going to take it. He just hits the post. But he gets the rebound. If he got that first time, oh, what a replay that could have been for him. And let's see how Hot respond.
Pesky seeming to having a great start to this match. Now we got Plutus up top. He's maintaining his speed. He cuts in from the wing. He turns and fires, and TTT's wall of defense stands free as Goblin works it through the sewers.
Almost had an opportunity for an open goal there. Does manage to get tackled and the ball loose there in the midfield as we scramble for contention. Eventually, it's going to go into TTT's hands, and we're going to see a bit of a reset on the attack. Gublin with some good momentum, going to fire forward here as HVT open for a pass, baits it out, and Gublin just takes the shot. Pebbles was there on the corner to deny it, but the shot wouldn't have connected either way, and as that one goes a little bit towards the back of the zone, Gublin's going to retrieve possession, maintain this offensive pressure for a brief moment as Aradis scoops things up and gets Hot back on track.
Yeah, Aradis now in possession of the ball. He's going to see Plutus on the side. He's going to go for a shot. And Dubs goes for an own goal. I don't think he intended that. Maybe it's some super mind games that not even we can figure out what's happening. It's 2 apiece now. Let's see what Gubin's going to do. I think they're not going to care. He's going to dunk it straight in. Maybe that was just a message that they don't even need to score to help them. They're just going to score in their own goal. They're going to score again. They're going to prove that they deserve to be champions of Europe.
Here comes Plutus now. Finds himself down, he shoots, but Pesky's there with the save, and HBT comes away with it. He has a bunch of speed. He's going to slow it down with the ceiling card, but there's Plutus. Man, his back check is unbelievable here tonight.
Yeah, they have been key on grabbing the ankles, getting on to the initial offender there and disrupting their ball control, and doing a really good job there with the tackles all day today. As Gublin here tries to get forward past that frontline defense, and they can't quite make it through. Aradis, Plutus, and Dark all teaming up together there to brawl out that offense. They've got ball control, and they're pushing forward.
Yeah, let's see how Hot responds. And that's an amazing team play. So we go 3-all. And that was just amazing. Pass number 1 to number 2, then first time dunk. And you got to talk about in this finals, these top 2 teams, about how both solo skill and team skill is what's going to bring these 2 teams to potentially be champions. As I say that, we see the solo skill work out perfectly for TTT. As we're 4-3 now, let's see if we can go 4-4 as Pebbles gets past a few defenders. That's going to hit the crossbar. That's going to go to the corner. Let's see who gets possession. It's going to be Pebbles for Hot. It's going to take it to the ceiling. Passing options. Good tackle from HVT. Goes for the man, not for the ball. Time ticks down. This could be a second round now for TTT, which will just edge them much closer to the series win and dubs. He's just going to smack it down. Finish the round.
Wow, TTT are in control of this best of 7 and getting closer to a fate that puts them as the champion of Season 1. They are looking strong right now. Hot did come out, though, Juice, with a good opener this time in round 2. That opening goal kind of set the tone, set the pace. We saw what I feel like was a more consistent Hot in round 2. Maybe we'll see that in round 3 as we get ready for the joust.
Absolutely. Like I touched on earlier, the back check coming in for Hot is there. They just need to find some points on the board, but that ball's back in the middle. Let's go. Round number 3 coming your way.
And we're off to the races.
Let's see where it lands. Into the hands of... Ooh, almost... No, nobody. Back and forth. Dark, dark, dark. Now scooping it up as Hot's going to do a nice little ceiling carve there. Dark, dark, dark. Redirecting the ball and into the goal. Look at the defense. Getting absolutely overwhelmed by the double tackle in the goal there. Forcing it open. And we have a nice, again, early Hot lead in round 3.
Yeah, something we've seen from Hot through this past weekend is that they've been working really well to get rid of the goalie and give them the shooter an open opportunity to score. It's been working out very well so far. That may be the key for them to get a comeback. Let's see how Pesty's going to handle the ball. He's going to go to the side. It seems like HVT, though, for TTT. He's going to reset it all the way back to Goobin. He's going to go for a ceiling carve. Looks like there's 2 defenders in the goal for Hot right now. But that doesn't matter as Pesty, out of nowhere, just rolls it in.
The pesky one in there causing a ruckus. Gotta love it. Now Pebbles brings that ball out over the mound. He has Fishy and Plutus ahead. He's going to circle back around, trying to spread out that defense. He's going to go back now, cuts back in. And he's looking to bring it in, looking for that reset pass back, and he fires it over to Dark. Dark gets tackled off. It's going to go in the hands of Pebbles. Hot here doing a good job controlling that ball.
Yeah, I mean, they are in a position where it's not do or die, but we're getting close. They really do want to put a round on the board in this best of 7, give them a little bit of cushion. And this is going to be potentially that round, as they did have ball control. They fumbled it to touch their Pebbles on the clear. Does enable them to reset, and they'll take it forward all the way home. Can they find it through the hole? No, they can't. They fire it to the corner, but it bounces off, and Plutus retrieves it for another reset.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. If, TTT can continue with their streak, it'll, give them a great pillowcase. As I say that, it's going to be Hot, though. It's going to score. We've got about 3 minutes left on the clock, which in Orion Drift terms is still quite a lot of time. But let's see what happens next. It's going to be Goblin now. He's going to get a ton of speed. It's the QB. He's going to take it to the side, get past 1 defender already. We've got 2 defenders, 2 goalies. And that's going to work out so far for Hot. Let's see what Plutus is going to do now to take the ball to the sky. He's going to have to take it to the side, make sure that TTT don't get any possession. And a long reset works well as Goobin now is going to go to the central area, gets tackled. Let's see, will Hot get possession of the ball? Yes, no, maybe so. It's going to be TTT instead. He's going to take to the corner, dubs out of nowhere. That doesn't work out.
Now HBT bringing that ball down into the trench, trying to turn it around. Instead turns it over. Plutus coming in on Kublin. He takes to the sky to get over top. Looking for a pass. No, looking for a shot. And the defense stands tall once again as Pesky comes away with it.
You can see them really relying on trying to get those tackles on the goalie, trying to wait for that setup so they can take those open goal shots. And, that's what the objective there, going high and waiting for the team to come in low was, but just couldn't quite open up the gap in coverage for them to find that hole and put that point on the board. That would have been a nice little buffer, because a 1-point lead with how this team from TTT has been playing is not a comfortable one that Hot have right now.
It's going to be HVT though this time. He's going to take it. That's a long pass to Dubs. He's completely open. Let's see, will anyone go for the cut? And it's going to go to Pesky. Pesky might go for a dunk. And he places that perfectly into the bottom corner, proving why TTT were straight into the upper bracket finals and straight into the grand finals. Let's see, there's going to be Plutus who's going to take it to the side. He's going to go more central now. He's got tons of speed. Good movement as he gets past HVT. Let's see, good pass, gets it to Pebbles. Pebbles in the sky now. He might just go for a shot. No, he doesn't. He's going to take it to Plutus, who's completely open. Will we see a hot comeback this series? Who knows?
Wide open, great time, great vision coming in from Pebbles. Now here comes Kublin taking it back the other way. He's bouncing down, he turns and shoots, and it's off the post. Rebound's loose. Pesky's gonna come up with it, but he gets tackled pretty much out of the arena. And HVT's gonna pick it up, trying to bring that back into the zone. He's looking, oh, the ball slips out. It's gonna be in the corner. Kublin's probably gonna pick it up and does. He now cutting in, looking in. He throws it back over to Dubs. Dubs gets swatted off, and it goes into the corner.
I think Plutus interrupted both ball handlers there in that play, as they have been a real big thorn in the side of this TTT squad. And we're getting into some dangerous territory here with 15 seconds left on the clock, 10 left to go. They have to go into the dribble zone, and Plutus is here for an intercept. It puts the ball into the control of Hot in round number 3. Is Hot's to have as they'll hit that ground, and we're guaranteed more than just 4 rounds. In this best of 7, things are starting to heat up a little bit, Juice.
Yes, sir, man. These players know what's at stake. Not just like, it's not even about the prizes. This is just about having that Season 1 championship crown, man. Being known in the community as that Season 1 champions. It's huge. It's huge.
Well, I always look at our oldest league onward, and we're into season 18 now, you know, and could you imagine to have that season 1 honor, you know, if you were still a team that played in the season 18, you know, like it's something that you don't think about now, but, you know, VRML has a history of running multiple seasons, is all I'll say. And so, you know, it's a nice thing to have when we're maybe into season 20 of Orion Drift and you're a season 1 champion. As we do get into our next round, we'll see if it's going to be a TTT lead or things are going to be tied up in this best of 7 series.
Straight away, it's going to be Plutus going to take possession for Hot. So 1-on-2. Let's see what he's going to do. Nothing much as a good tackle from HVT. That's going to go to the central now. It's going to be Dubs now. Might go for a shot here. Doesn't work out as the ball handler gets tackled. It's going to be Pesky now. He gets tackled by Pebbles. Bit of a 50-50 going on. Dubs to take a shot. Great save from Pebbles. Going to take it to the sky now. Looking for passing options. Going to get a bit of speed as he drops down. It's going to go through Sewer. Gets past one defender. He's going to go for a shot. And Pesky gets bombed out the way, giving Hot the lead into this 4th round.
Now we got Kublin bringing it back the other way, down a goal. They don't want to drop another round. It'll be all tied. Kublin shoots. Oh, there was Dubs in the goal, but that ball stayed out. And Pebbles is just going to swap that over to the sidewalk area and try to spray Plutus, but Kublin gets a good hand on it, but pops it over to Pebbles.
Pebbles with a nice little juke there, keeps things alive for a moment. Gublin comes flying in from the side, swats it back to his team. A really interesting and solid back pass that gets disrupted by OK Fishy, who we're seeing come in on the hot side here in round number 4, disrupting HVT with a tackle, and Dubs coming in round 4, scooping that up and passing it to Gublin.
Yes, definitely. We could say we were halfway into this kind of first series, but we've got to think about both the physical and mental of both teams here. You've got to look at Hot, for example. They've been playing another best of 7 series. They might have just been gifted a perfect open goal. That's going to double their lead. I'm sure that's going to help their mental. As TTT, I'm sure they want to get a comeback going. They want to finish this series off. They want to just not even think about having to play in that bracket reset.
Momentum seems to be in the favor of Hot right now. Pebbles comes up with another one. Pebbles really bringing their team to life here in these later rounds. Plutus takes to the sky. He has a pass option. He hits it over to Dark. Dark has some more options. He bounces and it bounces over everyone, but Plutus is there. Ball pops free, and it looks like Dubs is off to the races, going the other way. Coming in on Fishy. Dubs, juke and jive and puts it in. There we go. TTT, they're getting fired up.
finally on the board. It's been 2.5 minutes in round number 4 since they scored, and so it's good momentum for them to get now as they chip away at that 2-point lead. The thing is that Pebbles back on the offense could just roll this offensive joust right into another point, right into what was, I think, 360 cars on the ceiling, into a dunk to the corner, into a 2-point lead for Hot.
You could say that Hot are on a hot streak right now. Let's see how Goblin for TTT is going to react to that. Dubs go for the goalie bump. Doesn't work out. There's 2 goalies for Hot. Maybe they figured out how to counter that goalie bump strategy. The ball's still in the air though. That's going to get cleared by Plutus. So anyone back for TTT? Looks like Goblin's going to be the first one to get it. Might be pressured early on though. Ooh, that's a bad place to drop the ball. He's able to pick it back up again. Dubs nice and open to the side. A cross pass works really well for Pesky. And ooh, the TTT players are up there now. He just hits the post. How unfortunate it is with 1:40 left to go. Here's another opportunity for TTT. Let's see what they do. That goes to Goblin. Goblin go for the ceiling half. Pesky on the side. Dubs now. He's going to go for it. Doesn't have enough boost to catch it though. Let's see what Pebbles going to do. He's going to take it to the side. Plutus in the air. He's got a bit of boost. He might go for a ceiling cast. Yes, he does. Could go for another. No, he's going to clear it. He's going to get it to Pebbles. Pebbles on the side. And an amazing shot. That's going to give Hot a lead by 3 now in this 4th round.
Wow, Hot! Man, they found something going for them. Hopefully they can keep it going and tie up this series at 2. It goes back to Goblin. Goblin shoots. And TTT putting the hurt on now.
I think I saw a mid-pass sequence headset adjustment from Goblin. I think he passed it, adjusted the headset, passed it back, and maybe, gosh, you blink and you miss something there as another instant goal comes back in to push that lead back to 2, but it's still a 2-point lead. Or no, excuse me, 3-point lead here for Hot as TTT try and push in and counteract what has been a lot of momentum right now. Plutus with an open goal. Things are dire, and I suppose with 30 seconds left, you're going to pull your defense. You're going to try and do everything you can to pad that offensive pressure, but again, you're weak on the back line, and that's where it gets, any little mistake gets exposed as this Hot train is absolutely running away with things.
Yes, definitely. 4-goal lead now. I don't really get to see these often in the finals. That's going to hit the post as Pesky's shot just goes wide. He might have another opportunity, but with the time running out, this round has basically been locked for Hot to win. I'm sure they want to get another goal, prove, show off their little statement that the ball's going to hit the ground, and we're 2-2 now in this series. Maybe you got to think about if Google was adjusting his headset, maybe the sweat stops, but maybe TTT put a bit too much energy in those first 2 rounds. You got to remember, this is both a game of skill and endurance.
I mean, Juice, this is going to be huge. If Hot can manage to run away with a series win here, we go to a bracket reset and do this all over again for another best of 7. That is in the potential cards here this afternoon. If Hot can start to get things going for themselves and take this first best of 7 series. On the other hand, if TTT start to get the momentum, win 2 more rounds, then they themselves will lock in the Season 1 championship because they have cruised through that upper bracket in dominant fashion. And we're getting ready to dive into round number 6 to figure out where this series is going to lie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I believe it's round 5, but here comes Goblin. We're tied at 2. Goblin's going to flip it back. There's Plutus there again. He has that ball. He gets checked off. And TTT's got to be careful of Plutus lurking. Now Dark flips that back, looking for the reset pass. Hits it over to Pebbles. Pebbles going to flip it all the way back to Fishy. Fishy now on the run. He goes to the sky over top and chains those carbs together, holds it, brings it down. He turns and fires, and again, a little bit high on that shot.
Go for a bit of a pressure underneath here as Dark gets intercepted on the back line. Dub swats it over, and Pebbles comes flying in from the side to get momentum back in line for Hot.
It's going to be Plutus now, takes it to the side, he's going to go to the ceiling. A great cut towards Dark, but he's a bit too ahead of the game. It's going to be enough opportunities. Plutus is going to retrieve the ball for Hot. You got to see all the TTT players already getting back, trying to get boost so they can defend this offensive play. Currently 0-0 into this 5th round. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens on that shot. It's going to be a counter for TTT. Scoop's going to take the ball, pressured by Plutus, able to get past him. Going to drop low though, still getting pressure from Plutus from behind. Going to go for a full reset. That might just be an own goal. Thankfully, Pesky back in time, able to get past Plutus. Nice movement from him. HVT on the right. He's able to go for the pass if he needs to. He's got Gublin on the left. He's going to go to Gublin. HVT in the air. He's going to go for a shot. And out of nowhere, one of the amazing passing play from TTT. Let's get a replay on that.
Oh man, I should have hit the picture-in-picture replay on that, but HBT got tackled and that ball popped free right back to Gublin. Couldn't have planned it any better. Gublin puts it in, here comes Dubs, so Dubs looking to add. Dubs goes coast to coast, 2-0. TTT, they're turning it back up themselves.
You know, this game is really interesting. We're doing votes in chat, and people are swinging TTT to hot. Now I imagine back to TTT after a series like this, but this game goes so fast. Things happen so quick. Hot answer right back with the goal, and maybe it's hard to really feel that even if you have a 4-point lead, that's something that you can ride into the next round confidently, because both of these squads are so evenly matched this afternoon in the grand finals that I really can't tell how a series is going to unfurl until we're into the final 30 seconds.
Absolutely. HVT trying to tackle Fishy. Fishy able to get past him. He's got a bit of boost left. He's going to hold it on Halo though. Good pass to find Pebbles. Dark is in the air. Would he go for him? He's going to go for a shot. That's just going to hit the post. But Pebbles able to get the rebound. 2 minutes 15 on the clock. 2-2.
Man, I'm telling you guys, the action here, these two teams are cream of the crop. Now Gublin bringing that ball back, has Plutus on his tail once again, but he gets it over to Pesky. Pesky holds it, he fires it over to Dubs. Dubs comes down, shoots it, he puts it in. TTT retakes the lead.
That was amazing.
That is an impressive bit of play from TTT. Their pass work is absolutely coming alive, and we've been complimenting them all day long, honestly, on their pass work. It's what stood out to me when they beat Cold in the upper bracket earlier today, and now they're taking it to Hot, doing the same strategy, and it's working great for them, albeit things are still pretty close here as another shot nearly connects, and Hot maintain a solid defense to keep this to a 1-point deficit.
Yes, TTT though, they're going to reset it back to Gublin. He's in the air, he's got a bit of boost, he grabs a bit more boost. He looks like he's going to be on his own. Pest is going for the goalie bump. Doesn't work out. As a good tackle from Plutus. Going to let Hot have a counter attack. I'm sure they want to get an opportunity to score, but a good tackle from HVT. This could be a golden opportunity. But no, good clear from Hot. Doesn't work out. Hold on a minute. I slowed down speaking, but the gameplay just goes faster and faster, and out of nowhere, Plutus just gets a nice goal.
There we go. Now tied back up at 3. Gublin bringing that ball in with some speed. He could go all the way, and it does. Gublin jams it in. Off Fish 4-3. TTT releads.
Yeah, they are really doing solid work here this afternoon to answer back in quick form. Let's see if the same can go for Hot as they come flying through. The goalie tackle Pebbles in Pesky's face. And this series, 4-4, 2-2. It's going down to 20 seconds. I said I can kind of get a grip on how a series is going to go in the last 30 seconds. It is dead even, and it couldn't be more even right now as we're in the center of this best of 7.
Yes, Gublin, a high pass to Pesky. Gublin maybe going for the goalie bump. And yes, they do. However, this round's not over yet. Hot still have one more opportunity. If that ball hits the ground, TTT will win this round. And that would mean they'll be on Championship Series point. But let's see what happens. It's going to be Plutus now. Going to take it to the sky. As long as that ball doesn't touch the ground, they'll be all right. It's Plutus all on his own. And that's going to hit the bar. How unfortunate for Hot. And that's going to give TTT a round, which could seriously mean they are 5 minutes away from being crowned EU champions.
Oh man, Juice, it's getting good. We're going straight in to our final, well, what could be final round. Series point for TTT. If they win here, they're crowned the champion. Hot need 2 more to take us to a bracket reset. Let's go.
Dark now working that ball into the TTT zone. They want to get that ever important first goal. And now it's going to go up. It's going to miss Plutus. Gublin now bobbles it for a second. Going to reset it back over to Dubs. Just trying to spread it out, getting it in the area of his teammate. We got to fight for it. It's going to battle down. And HBT is going to look to clear that out.
TTT going to go on the attack here after scooping that one up. Going to go into the donut, frost it up, and go to the corner. Look for a bit of a shot here. Wait for the setup. The goalie disruption is not going to come, and the defense comes flying in for some tackles. On the back end is the retrieve from Dubs, and they'll find that open goal for 1 point.
But that goal be the goal that gets TTT the championship they so desperately want. Let's see what happens. I'm sure Hart will have an opportunity to score. Still tons of time left on the clock. Let's see what happens. An amazing save from Goblin. That actually could be a lifesaver for them. Let's see what happens now. He's going to take it to the side. Tackle from Pebbles from behind. Let's see who gets possession. A reset. That could go towards the goal. Fishy, though. It's going to be Plutus instead. It's going to take possession. He's going to go all the way around to the other side. HVT right behind him. A good tackle from HVT. You got 2 TTT players on goal, on hot player. Let's see now. Plutus going to go for one ceiling path to Dark. Dark for a shot. And that's perfectly in that bottom right corner.
Man, it's so amazing. There's like zero daylight in between the goalie and that side. And somehow these players are able to find it in. But here comes Goblin. Now stops on one of those clouds. Has HVT on that back wall. He fires it though wide over to Pesky. Pebbles reads it beautifully. Here comes Pebbles. He's just going to lob it towards the goal, and Goblin gets back. Probably saving another goal.
Really nice scoop up from Goblin. Dubs going to try and get some momentum going here, get some speed for the attack. They're going to run into Plutus, who reads the rotation perfectly, swats the ball to the midfield, and Dark scoops it up. Looking to push forward here into the corner. They won't find success as Goblin intercepts again and gets their team back onto the attack.
Goblin now trying to get past the defenders. Hart, they know how to counter him though. And here comes the counter for Hart. Plutus on possession of the ball. The goal's open. Gubin's back is going to hit to Dark. Dark's going to go for a shot here. What a save from HVT. Good clear from Pesky. The ball's still in play. It's going to be Pebbles for Hart. He's going to hit it back. He's going to reset it to OK Fishy. He's got speed though. He's past 2 defenders already. A goalie bump works out well. And Pesky isn't able to get back. A perfect play from Hart.
Really nice opening there, Juice. I love to see this defense, the offense working together.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a beautiful thing. But here comes Goblin, throwing it over to his favorite target, Pesky. But Hot reads that, and they're trying to get it out here. Pebbles gets it off, and he gets it off the wall. He now going to lob it towards the goal. It's coming in hot. Will it? No! What a stop there from Goblin once again.
A hero. They have been reaching into the depths and pulling out these stopping these goals. A really good shot there that goes just a touch high. And now Dark gonna get control of their squad only for a moment. HVT on the intercept gets back onto the attack. Another offensive pressure point is Pesky. Pushes Fishy out of the goal, and TTT keep it even Steven 2-2.
TikTok goes to clock. Minute 15 left, and we're tied. There's going to be a crazy end to the series. We could go to game 7. Let's see though. Pesky is going to take it to the ceiling. Going to go to Halo, slowing it down just a little bit. Let his teammates go up. HVT's on the side. Dubs on the ground. Gubin wide. He's going to take it to HVT. Gubin's gone to the ground. He's not being marked by anyone just yet. Gubin's going to go for it. Dubs now going high. It doesn't matter, Gubin's going to go for a shot, however, Hot able to block it. Still no opportunity for TTT now, that's going to reset back. Let's see who's going to get possession, it's going to be Pebbles. Pebbles for Hot, pressured by HVT, he's going to get past him possibly. Will he? Yes, no, maybe so. I'm not sure. Seems like Pebbles going to pass it back straight to Nest to Fishy. Bit of a mistake there as Gubin the goalie. We've seen so far with some amazing saves on this round. He's going to slow it down, let his teammates just breathe for a second, reset, get a goal they surely won. And pass it goes to the side, doesn't find anyone. Let's see what Plutus is going to do. He's going to drop low, pressured by Dubs, gets past Dubs. Doesn't get past HVT and Pesky though. HVT is going to go for a long clear. It's going to go to Gubin, and that's going to be 10 seconds left. It's still 2-2. It's going to be Dark. Dark's going to hit it to Pebbles. Pebbles, an amazing save from Pesky. And we're going to overtime in this 6th round. It's going to go very far, very wide, and Fishy's going to get possession. HVT nearly tackles him. Let's see now, Fishy going to go to the corner with tons of speed. He might just go full solo here. What a save, what a bump, it's still in. And an unfortunate shot goes wide. I thought Hot actually got to game 7 there, but no, we still play. It's going to be Pesky to the side. Let's see now. Pesky still got possession. He's gonna get it. Gonna get it to Gubin. Dub might go for the goalie bump. This could be the goal that finishes off the series. And HBT confirming that TTT will be your Orion Drift Season 1 champions.
That is it in this double elimination tournament. There's no bracket reset. It's TTT crowned as your EU champs. They will be slotted in at number 1 in Season 1 in the EU region. It's a heck of an achievement for this squad to be able to come out on top like this. And I think we've done interviews in the past, but I don't know that we're set up for one at the moment. Maybe we can try and organize something. I will go and try and set something up while you and Ebro and Juice break this series down for us.
Absolutely. Wow. We were treated to one heck of a match to cap off the season from the EU region. TTT, though, they've been through their ups and downs this season, but when it came down to crunch time, they were there, and they came to play led by their captain, the one and only Goblin.
That was an amazing series and an amazing way to finish off Europe for this first season for Orion Drift on VRML. And honestly, I don't think there could have been a better way. Maybe the script could have been crazy. Maybe we could have got those 14 rounds we've all wanted to see. But honestly, even then, I'm still happy of how this season's finished. Honestly, I'm looking at the players now: Goblin, Dubs, Pesky, HVT, and Wheeladdy. That roster, which has mostly been the same for the majority of the season, it just proves why they deserve to be champions. They were the champions of the Pioneer Cup, champions of the Ignition Cup, and now champions of Europe for this first season. I'm sure we'll get an interview with them very soon, and I'm sure we'll be able to hear from them. I'm sure Hot, on the other hand, I'm sure they're feeling absolutely distraught. The fact they've come back, had to play, TTT already today once, and they struggled then. They had to go play cold in a full best of 7, going to that game 7, winning in overtime, literally on the buzzer. And I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear us. Juice, maybe if you turn on the comms, you can radio into them. Hello, hello. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Folks at home?
Let me just get that up and going here. And
Can I go in the arena?
all right, guys, let's do some interviews. I'll get you guys.
Hey, interview me.
Are we doing one each or are we doing all at once? Wait, let Dubs be the foundation because he's the other color.
All right.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. And Pesky, you're that side. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations, TTT, making your organization proud. Great game out there, homies. Man, I tell you that teamwork.
Your microphone's cutting in and out.
Oh, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There we go. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, stream, you guys might be hearing double of me. Maybe I can fix that. But congratulations, TTT. Man, you guys came to play Goblin with those saves there in that final round, really keeping your team in it, man. I think they owe you at least a cheeseburger for saving their bacon a few times.
Are you kidding me? We'll buy it with Driftium.
There you go. There you go. What was your guys' keys to the season?
What? Honestly, GG to everyone. This season has been so much fun. It's been intense. We had a rough mid-season with the whole roster change, organization swap from IV to TTT. A lot has happened. I'm especially proud of Dubs and HVT for being newer to the team, and making their names known, playing as well as they did. I'm so proud of them both, and I'm proud of everyone. We did an amazing job.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you got anything nice there to say about Hot, your opponents there? They really gave you guys a battle.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Come on, Pesky.
Don't listen to Pesky. Don't listen to Pesky about them. No, on a real, listen. All beef aside with any other team, Hot played amazingly. Hot played incredibly. Everyone played incredibly. Cold, Ren, IVT, Thunder, Toast Fan Club, everyone played amazing this playoffs. It was a great season 1.
Absolutely. The skill level between all these teams is just amazing to see, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. So, once again, congratulations. Nightfire, do you got any other questions you want to ask these champions of the European region?
No, I say we kick it back to us here and sign off for the end of the day. Congratulations again to TTT EU. That was a solid performance and exactly what I expected out of a number one, out of what was season one for the EU finals. It delivered perfectly.
Absolutely. Well, HBT, you got something to send us away with?
Big Mac.
I have after.
On that note, we'll head back to the studio.
No, we won't.
I love it. I love it. Ebro, your final thoughts on the EU season and all the hard work you put in. A big shout out to you, Juice. A shout out to you as well. All the mods at home. A shout out to the mods for the EU side. We really do appreciate all of the hard work that goes into making this happen because it's tremendous. It's a lot of hard work, and I think there's a lot of folks looking forward to taking their well-deserved break on the moderation side for the holidays. So again, just congratulations on getting us to this point for season one. I think this was the largest season launch we've ever had for any game ever, with the most amount of teams participating, and I think it became our biggest season pretty fast out the gate. So Orion Drift is just starting in the VRML, and I'm really looking forward to more. But I want to get your thoughts, Ebro, before we sign off here.
It's been an amazing season, and honestly, from a caster point of view, I gotta say thank you to all the players and everyone watching at home, even the moderation team. They've been helping us out, especially for the finals of the past few weeks. It's been both chaos and both amazing. Honestly, a big shout out to Jucifer, this caster. He's done hundreds of games for everyone this season, and I think he deserves a big thank you from everyone because he's done amazing for this community for this season. And I think to wrap it out for the end of this season the way we did for both EU, and I'm so excited to see what happens for NA as well later tonight, and OCE early this morning if you were there to watch it. I believe it was Ren OCE that did win it. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't there to watch it, unfortunately. But overall, I would say thank you to everyone for watching. That was a great season.
Absolutely was indeed. Juice, take us out for the last cast for EU.
Well, it's been a pleasure casting all these players all season. It's over. I'm a little bit sad, but you know what? We're going to be back, hopefully sooner rather than later, for some more EU Driftball action here on the VRML Network. I thank all the players for all the clips. I tried to cast you guys as much as I could. I know we didn't really have a set EU caster there, so I tried my best, and it was an honor casting all you superstars all season. So thanks everybody for making the season just as special for me as it was for you. So thank you guys.
Awesome. With that, we'll sign off. My name's been Nightfire, Jucifer, and Ebro. EU Season 1 is done. We'll see you next time. Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.